what was this thing that went on with FD Signifier? Feels like now is a good time to remind people that Destiny ran from an agreed upon debate with me. He and his fan base like to retcon it into some other story, but the facts don't back that up, and I've been mostly avoiding that community, as any sensible person should. But now, ... Okay, so I think what happened was, FD Signifier was constantly throwing shots at me or mentioning me. Okay, there's like these black lefty content creators that do this really cringe where anytime I'm talking to another black person, they run into these rooms and like, oh no, you're a black person, you can't talk to Destiny. He's an evil N-word. He's a horrible, terrible. Don't talk to Destiny. Like, it's like this weird. Like, they try to form like the lefty black idpol alliance to like character assassinate me, and they tell them they can't talk about it. So I think FD Signifier did this with oh god, what was her name? I haven't seen any videos from her in so long. Somebody say it. Oh, Kidology. And I think with, I think there was one other content creator too, but he did it with Kidology at least. But it's just like, it's so cringe. So anyways, he told me to unblock him so I could confirm the payment. I did for several days, and then I realized it seemed fishy. He says, somebody can go back and check the timeline. I challenged him. I was like, do you want to have a conversation? If we disagree on some shit, then let's talk about it. Let's go. Let's do it. He might have attacked Abba as well, saying that Abba was being like a house Negro, or he said that Abba wasn't black enough to like have conversations with me. It was just something super fucking cringe. But the when we were doing, I challenged him publicly. I was like, okay, hey, listen, if you want to have a conversation, let's talk. If you disagree with things or whatever, why not, right? Which, remember, all of us are YouTubers. Okay, we're all YouTubers, so we're all trying to get more influence. We're all trying to spread our message and be politically effective, I would imagine, right? We're all trying to do this, right? So why would a smaller YouTuber like FD Signifier, if he thinks I'm a dipshit, okay, if he thinks I'm so stupid, all right? Hold on, wait. Can I say smaller YouTuber? Yeah, I do have more subs than him now, fuck you. But I know I do way more monthly views than him anyway. So why wouldn't he jump at the opportunity to come and attack me, right? Like, oh shit, well, Destiny's gonna be a dipshit. Yeah, of course I'm gonna come and I'm gonna fucking light. I'm just gonna destroy him in a debate, right? I'm gonna annihilate him. I'll bring my talking point stuff. And it's also, I'm not even trying to do like a hardcore debate. I just like, we can just chat. Like, I'm generally chill to chat. But he goes, I'm not gonna debate you unless you donate $10,000 to my fucking anti-cop charity bullshit, some organization that he works for. And then I think I was like, I don't even know if I initially agreed or if I was going to troll him from the start. But I said, okay, fine. And I think I told him to like unblock me. Oh, originally he said 50K. And then I think I said, fine, okay, I'll do 10K. And then I think he unblocked me. I thought I checked and I was unblocked for like 12 hours. He's saying several days. I don't know if there's a way to go and check, but I thought I told him to unblock me. And then I thought and then I go to check his Twitter and I'm still blocked. And apparently he'd already blocked me. So I donated $10,000 to the Atlanta Police Department instead. Because if he doesn't want the money, if he's going to block me and unblock me and block me again so fast, I guess he doesn't want the money. So I'll give it to the other team. So I donated. It was earmarked, to be fair, for the Atlanta Crime Stoppers Department, okay, for the reporting for crime and everything in the neighborhood. So, but yeah, I just donated 10K to the APD and said, fuck it. If he doesn't want my money, then they can take it. So fuck him. But now he like posts as like, I supported like white nationalist cops trying to murder black people. Yeah. Destiny kept jawing at me, so I offered to debate him for 50. Again, remember, I'm not jawing at him. I don't think about this guy. He's an idiot. Unless a relevant video post comes up. But this is the guy he's running into every single black person's chat to try to tell them how, like, oh, look in the background, like there's Destiny's hood, like this guy's KKK, watch out, like he's crazy. Oh, here he says 2 days, check the thread, but never followed up. Wait, did he say several days here? He told me to unblock him so I could confirm the payment. I did for several days. Okay, so it went from several days to 2 days here. So I wonder. But I reblocked him and called him out for running scared, and then he gave to the police. The charity I chose has never been involved in any RICO case. Atlanta Force Defenders and some related orgs got RICO'd, and those RICO charges are nonsense and will never go to trial. I also do not work for any charity, so no money was ever going to me. There's evidence of all this in his own streams. There's the clip of him having a tantrum and agreeing to pay the 10K. There's also a clip of him talking to the weird black woman pro-police streamer. She's Atlanta Police Department. It wasn't she? Wasn't Tree of Logic in the Atlanta Police Department? So she's not just a random, no, wait, Georgia. Yeah, wait, Atlanta and Georgia. She was a cop in Georgia, wasn't she? Was it in Atlanta? So yeah, she's not just a weird black woman pro-police streamer. She was literally part of the APD. I'm sorry. My bad. I shouldn't say APD because I don't know if she specified what police department she was a part of. She could have been from another state, to be fair. Although I think she's from Georgia. But this was his initial debate challenge.
That's what he had.
Brian, please get the fuck out of my stream right now. Also, if you're still here, this is like dumb streamer debate drama. You don't need to be a part of this, okay? Come back when I'm doing something more scholarly.
That's what he wants. That's what he needs from me. So Destiny, I know you're watching this. I will come on your stream after you donate $25K to community movement builders here in Atlanta to address the Stop Cop City movement. If you drop $25K, I will come on your stream and we can have the most banal argument. I will talk fast. I will be as edgy. I will get into 2008 FD real quick. I will find that energy. I will find that energy for you, Destiny, because you need content. And I've read your Reddit. They want me to.
Somebody said, so this is an example of him. He would run onto these streams with black people. Oh, Kamal, he did this to this guy as well, and try to like warn them against talking. It's so fucking weird. Like he was like the black police.
No things. Be careful with Destiny.
Be careful with Destiny?
Be careful with Destiny.
Okay.
Because
I've never spoken to him, but
there's a good chance you will in the near future if you keep going, even if you don't become anti-SJW.
Sure.
There's a good chance you will in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from my political issues at Destiny, I recognize that he is a entertaining media figure
mm-hmm.
and a skilled creator.
Mm-hmm.
But he is a cannibal.
You said a cannibal?
He is a cannibal of channels.
Oh wow.
A cannibal of channels. I am one of the reasons why politics on Twitch basically died when I left is because I am one of the only content creators that will host smaller creators, interact regularly with smaller creators, platform smaller creators, give voice, give shout out, give opportunities to hire, pay, whatever. Like the idea that I am a cannibal when like so many careers have spun out of my like stream from other people that have become full-time streamers or been able to support, like it's just so unbelievable. It's such an unbelievably stupid fucking statement.
And so, like, you don't become an orbiter.
Sure. Yeah. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because some people, they don't realize they become that till they do, and it's like, good luck with that.
I hear you on that, becoming like an orbiter of really anyone. I hear that you don't want to be like become a prisoner to that. I think
like you don't have to, like, an orbiter even has this negative connotation, but like, you don't have to ever come on my stream and talk again ever. Like you could just do, like, you're not like forced to. I'm not like messaging these people like, hey motherfucker, remember that blackmail you gave me? Come on to my stream or I'm going to destroy your, like you don't have to. You just come on and chat. Like people generally do it because it's generally beneficial. And they like being part of like the larger community discussions and everything. Like, but.
In fairness to Destiny though, I think he's you know, they definitely distanced themselves from him, but you know, he gave Vosh some, kind of started his career. Hasan, he gave him a lot of clout. So I don't know, maybe it has a little bit more to do with how the people handle it. But
yeah, that was a different era, right?
Fair.
So that was a different era. Vosh's career has not, like, Vosh and Destiny were kind of in an arms race, and he lost.
Who lost, Destiny or Vosh?
Vosh lost. Oh no, Vosh,
okay.
Very clearly.
Yeah.
And you go look at Vosh's numbers. You go look at Destiny's numbers. Now, Vosh didn't help himself with the Pedialyte shit, and
recently he got fucked up.
Trying to be within this leftist sphere, but having pretty reactionary tendencies around race, etc. Like you can get away with that as a centrist or as a liberal. Would you say that segregation is natural in certain aspects?
Anyway, yeah. So this guy is like very weird. Hello. Wait, excuse me. We have a based alert. Excuse me. Make this longer. The first time I spoke to Destiny, I told him the story of applying for a civil service internship and being denied the ability to apply for being white. His response was that I deserved it for being white. Absolutely based. I don't even know who that guy is or what I said, but I bet it was funny. One of Sargon's guys? Oh, then it's even more based. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. There's just 2 more quick examples of this. Just so you know I'm not making this shit up.
Person. And then he gets on the call with Kidology, and instead of having a conversation with her, he's just
he just like
well, if you don't know what's wrong with
this
this situation, I think you need to do some research. It's like, bitch, you were in front of her. Why don't you just tell her? No.
Did FD Signifier I think made comments about ABBA, I think being Uncle Tom as well, didn't he? He said it on his stream. Am I making this up? Oh, it was this. Me looking at ABBA and whatever black fans Destiny has left at this point with the Get Out reference. Jesus. Oh, it's even more extreme than I remember. Damn. Bro, chill. Jesus. But anyway, yeah. And then I think when FD Signifier was just talking about me, I don't even think we'd spoken to each other yet. Is that Get Out or the Malcolm X movie? Oh, wait, is this the Malcolm X? Oh, I just saw this actor. I assumed it was Get Out. Oh, maybe it's a Malcolm X movie. Oh, yeah, this isn't a scene in Get Out. My bad. I've never seen the Malcolm X movie, though, so. This is him messaging in Kidology's chat. You're both wrong? Oh, I don't know how many movies this guy's been in, okay? Kidology, I've been listening for a while. I won't make any critiques here. I just want to let you know that creators like Vosh or Destiny and similar figures will not be kind to you. So please, Destiny, that was Get Out? Wait, what scene in Get Out would this have been? Were they in front of like a trailer thing or whatever? No, I don't think so. Fred Hampton, not Malcolm X. There you go.
Talk. If my injuries get
Stop. Okay. Jesus. Anyway, okay, 12 minutes through. Good work, guys.
That reflects what their viewpoints are. So it's like, and
the content creators in your orbit all just talk about your drama when you're offline. Nobody's doing any of the combat reactionary stuff amongst men. Yeah. I am. I try all the time, and I'm going to do more about that. I made the mistake of looking at Nick Fuentes' Twitter last night before going to bed for the first time, and I had literal nightmares. Yeah, I saw that one clip. Where he's just like cackling and losing his fucking mind, and just like so excited at the prospect of just like being able to control women's bodies, like that little fucking nerd, right? He's such a freakish little gremlin, such a goddamn loser, dude. And it reminded me of how he got there, because
you must have thought about the scene in Get Out when Flash goes off and the first guy gets set free, but it's a different angle. Man, I don't know.
It reminded me of how he got to a position of prominence that actually led to Nick Fuentes like having dinner with Donald Trump. There was a man who propped him up openly and deliberately and excitedly. Okay, a person who I despise, and every single time I see Nick Fuentes' disgusting little booger-eating gremlin face, I am reminded.
Oh, he must be talking about Sneeko because Fuentes' community reached out to Sneeko first, and Sneeko was going to platform and chat with him. So he's probably about to be critical of Sneeko's platforming of Fuentes, I would imagine.
Of the people that are literally saying he should be liberal, this guy should be liberal Joe Rogan.
Wait, people saying that about Sneeko?
Oh, and Fuentes' treatment of me is so bad. I don't understand.
Oh, I must be about to reference Sneeko, right? Or do all bad things in the universe spawn from me?
That's something he'll have to learn to grow. Not to sound like not to be too self-aggrandizing, but like Fuentes should be worshiping me because I am literally I was the only lifeline that he had to like being able to breach like mainstream political conversations. Like I represented a huge potential opportunity to him, and he just was so bad faith in the way that he treats me. It's unbelievable.
It's really funny that the clip that he's playing of me to prove that I blew up Fuentes' career was literally me talking about how Fuentes threw away any opportunity to even make any mainstream penetration because he cannot control his community at all. That's the example that we're going with? Okay.
I don't know why the fuck you would do that. Like, he should have been so conciliatory towards me. I'm not looking for that. I'm not asking him to bitch or anything. But for him to be like relentlessly bad faith against me all the time, like, bro, who the fuck are you? Like, I can put you on a stream for 14,000 people. Like, I'm giving your phone number like Adam 22 so you can go to a show. Why the fuck would you like burn my shit so hard? Like, you're so stupid.
He has this video locally downloaded. Oh, based.
Yeah. Eating chicken and waffles with Nicholas Fuentes, propping him up, giving him a lifeline, giving him a fucking media career, debating his own fan base.
Like, is he aware that AFPAC and all that shit happened before, like, anything I had to do with him? Like,
arguing against calling him a fucking Nazi to his own fans who were like, dude, he's a Nazi.
When you say things like, why are you defending him? I'm not.
You literally just admitted to being made aware of your ability to platform Fuentes to a mainstream position. Yeah, I can give him more reach than an ordinary person, of course. And arguably I did with some of my debates. But again, they're debates, right? But the issue is that at the time, like, leftists have this obsession with you're not allowed to debate or argue with anybody. And I didn't agree with that. I wanted to debate everybody. That's why I did my entire fucking Red Pill arc, where I went on like a lot of these crazy fucking shows and I debated these people like Fresh and Fit and the weird Nazi people and Nick Fuentes or whatever. Like, I wanted to have these conversations. I wanted to have these people. I do. If you want to be critical, by the way, and if you want to say things like, I don't agree with this platforming, or I don't think it's okay, you can have those discussions. That's fine. I still think there are legitimate arguments on both sides that, like, maybe you shouldn't platform these people, maybe you should. At the time, I was more like, I want to have these debates and conversations as long as they can, like, have some decorum and as long as these communities aren't, like, crazy or unhinged. But the idea that, like, I'm intentionally doing it because I want, like, Nazis to grow, or I'm intentionally doing it because I want to, like, it's just retarded. And Fuentes ends up getting... he ends up nuking his whole career anyway. Like, I'm not trying desperately to save his career at any point in this. I just want the debates. I want the arguments.
I'm not defending him. I'm agnostic on position. But your obsession with me using this word, really only for normative reasons, is revealed when you say, why are you defending him when you won't use my label? If you want to ask me, does he engage in anti-Semitic humor? I would say absolutely yes, he engages in anti-Semitic humor. If you want to say, is there a chance that he believes in anti-Semitic conspiracies? Yeah, of course there's a chance. And he has in the past. In fact, it might even be likely that he still does today. I just haven't had the conversation with him about it, and I don't really feel like slinging that around when I just don't 100% know. I'd rather...
What do you think about a guy who did all of that, talked about anti-Semitic humor with Nick Fuentes, a person who's a Holocaust denier, an open, out and about neo-Nazi, now leading the charge on Twitch's anti-Semitism problem?
It's so easy. Again, hold on. I'm trying to think of who I'm talking to right now when I say this, because this is the quote thing. Hasan's not saying a real thing. I have never had issues with platforming people or debating. Well, that's not true. I'm sure we can think of something. But, like, I don't care if you bring on people to debate or if you platform people and you fuck up whatever happens. I care about you agreeing with them. Agreeing with them. That's the issue. I didn't care when PewDiePie said the N-word. I don't care when people make fucking edgy jokes or whatever, even if you shouldn't. And so I like, it's probably not good. But, like, these are not the main drivers of my ideology or things that I ever care about. My issue with Hasan is not that he talked to the Houthi kid. It's that you agreed with the Houthi kid and you glazed him. My issue with Hasan is not that he talked about Nasrallah or Sinwar or any of these other people. It's that you agree with these people. That's the issue. That's the issue. It's like intuitively, it's so obvious. It's like, I feel stupid even saying this, but the comparison is just so dumb.
What do we think about that? Do we feel like he's being honest about Twitch's anti-Semitism problem? Or is he cynically trying to smear someone like myself who has never collaborated and despises neo-Nazis and would never give them a fucking platform, with the one exception where Trainwrecks literally swapped Nick Fuentes out like many...
Despises neo-Nazis. Yes, you do despise neo-Nazis. But it's not because they're anti-Semitic, it's because they're white supremacists. These are two different things.
Fucking years ago, which I've always recognized a massive mistake, because it was supposed to...
He's got you on stream molding right now? How? Has he been streaming all day? What the fuck?
That false framework, then go ahead. I can't stop you. I don't care, you know? It is what it is.
He's been streaming for 6 hours. How could he be talking about me?
You did defend yourself, but this isn't what they want. They want you to stop broadcasting. That's it. Exactly. To me, when
okay.
Supposed to be me and Destiny versus Blair White and I forget whoever the other person was, and then it was a last second swap out where Nick Fuentes was platformed by that fucking by that debate, which I despised. Okay. Hanging out with him in real life, giving his phone number to Adam 22 so he can go on fucking podcasts, openly recognizing that you propped him up, defending not using the Nazi label against him.
Yeah, because people needed to have these debates. And I think having these conversations was important. This is like the time when we were probably peaking at online censorship, which, by the way, basically I think every company walked back from, right? I think this was during COVID lockdown times when this was happening, right? It was when YouTube and Facebook were starting to ban for misinformation, like really aggressively. Like I'm pretty sure my channel got 2 hits that I had to appeal because they were saying I was engaging in vaccine misinfo just for talking about them. So yeah, I was really big on platform people. I think people should have these conversations and arguments, especially because when you don't have these conversations and arguments, when they're popular, right? When you're famous, or when the arguments are popular, nobody knows the attacks against these arguments. If these were like super niche positions and nobody held these beliefs, and nobody, then fine, sure, maybe you shouldn't talk about it. Like I'm not going to bring on somebody who thinks that like I can't think of it. Like the universe is made up of unicorns. I don't know. But like there were some opinions, that were starting to become really popular throughout the right, and I think they were worth addressing. But
against their own community members who are like, come on, dog, he's a Nazi. Maybe you don't have to debate everything. That's my point. You can't be just like a fucking psychopathic.
Yeah, but you don't debate anything. You don't debate anything at all. You think all of it's above or beyond. You're above all of it. It's all beyond reproach. You can't talk about anything. Like you could have done that without propping him up, though, right? I don't know how you debate a guy without debating a guy. I don't know.
Debate mercenary. Like you're literally just like making yourself, you're turning yourself into this fucking person that has no ideology whatsoever. Okay?
I don't know who started this attack on me. I don't know if it came from 4chan or Kiwi Farms or this idea that like he has no ideology. Like I've thought through my moral philosophy like 20 times over more than you have. Like if you want, we can chat about it. Like I'm pretty sure I write like lame shit on like how I view like theory of mind for people that I debate. Like I literally have notes on this that are published, that are publicly available. It's such a weird thing. Like no ideology. Like it's just like a random. Oh, Fuentes might have started it. It might have been Fuentes actually, because Fuentes was the one that was saying that. I think he said broadly speaking liberals, and then he might have personalized it to me, but it's so cringe. Like
it's fucked up. Sometimes you do not have to have a normal conversation, especially when someone's nascent fucking dying career is pretty obvious. Here's another instance.
And when we talked a few times after that, he was saying, oh, I think you've changed. I think that you're like a Christian nationalist. I still think he has changed. That's why we had the whole argument where they called him a Nazi. I don't think they're as far right as they used to be. I've already said that. That doesn't mean that I don't think he has the same fucking, you guys realize that you are just as fucking retarded as Nick is, right? You guys are the same. Nick hears me push back against his shit, and Nick is like, oh, you think I'm just as right as I was? No, I don't think that. You guys don't think I push back enough, and then you guys are like, oh, you think he's not as far right as you guys. How does everybody? I don't know if I have to communicate better, or if there's just more layers of emotional bullshit that I have to fucking chew through with you fucking morons to try to make you understand what the fuck I think. Clearly speaking, plain English is not enough. Clearly speaking, complicated English is not enough. I don't know what it is to punch through you fucking morons.
And most importantly, he successfully revived him entirely single-handedly. It worked exactly.
I still think I was completely and totally right on all of this. I think that Fuentes was trying to pivot towards more mainstream politics. I do think you could say they were mask on if you want, but if you're a mask on community and you get a lot of people following you, then those people aren't going to know that you have masks, and they're just going to be a little bit less anti-Semitic, a little bit less racist. Not to say that they weren't anti-Semitic or weren't racist; they clearly were. But I think that movement was going more mask on. But then the Kanye shit nuked it all, because Kanye went way more extreme than Fuentes was ever willing to. Which is why when he jumped on the Ye shit, and then he was like, oh, fuck it, I guess Hitler's great, his whole shit got nuked from orbit. And then that was it. So, but, I mean, I don't know. People disagree with me to this day. But also, by the way, it's okay if you disagree with me here. If you want to disagree with me on this, that's fine. We can have disagreements on like platform. This shit is really complicated. It's really hard to get this perfectly right. And there's like 10 people in the world that are even in my position to do what I do, or even make these calls. So the idea there's like some clear path, like all that is fine if you disagree. But the idea that I'm doing something intentionally because I want to platform Nazis or whatever, like it's fucking bullshit. It's retarded.
Exactly as Fuentes intended, yeah, 100%. And then the only reason why they fucking had a falling out is because obviously the fucking neo-Nazi, once his career was revitalized, came after Destiny and tried to deplatform him, which is ironic because Destiny is literally doing that to me right now.
So that's not even true. My issue is that somebody on his streaming platform tried to deplatform a Jewish friend of mine. And that spam reporting of people's platforms was a hard stop for me. And I was like, no, we shouldn't do this. And then Fuentes refused to rein it in. And I was like, okay, well, I'm done. I'm done chatting with you guys. If you can't have a decorum, if you can't like engage, because I'm already, not to be mean, but I am, in a way, I am doing you a favor, right? That is true, right? He's got access to a bigger platform than he would otherwise by debating me, which is favorable to him, even if I want to have that platform to push back on him. But like, if you're going to just start spam reporting from your platform, well, fuck you. Not all deplatforming is necessarily bad, though, right? Like if some guy is spamming child porn and people are like, we should probably report this dude, spam reports are gonna, that's fine, right? Not all deplatforming is bad. Probably okay to deplatform some people, right? In a way, like the United States of America or the states in the United States kind of deplatform you when they arrest you for murder and rape. You're being deplatformed and your rights are being revoked and then you're being locked away in a jail cell.
Desperately trying to deplatform me with the express purpose of, and this part is really funny, trying to.
What's the motivation behind giving him Adam's number? Because me and Adam were chatting a ton behind the scenes. Adam wanted to get into more political stuff. I was going on to Adam's show a lot. Yeah, Adam, and like we chatted a lot about it. And I don't remember if Adam reached out to me and he was like, hey, like, do you think I can do a debate here? And I was like, oh, we can chat about it or whatever. And you can do this. You can try having him on and doing it or whatever. So, yeah.
To weirdly get himself unbanned from the platform.
Well, I said step one before anything happens to show there's two things that need to happen. One, Frogan needs to be banned. That's like just an immediate thing. Not that I even give a fuck about Frogan. To say
Does he have all these clips like preloaded? Who makes these segments for him?
it again, but it's just so obviously apparent that if she doesn't get banned, that nobody gives a shit over there, right? Like there's the most obvious case in the entire world of someone breaking the terms of service. And
yeah, it's a clear hate speech violation of a protected class of citizens too, because she's going after veterans, I think. Yeah,
yep.
so yeah,
it's multiple things.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't happen, we know that there's no change at Twitch. So that's step one. Will that happen? Step two is they have to unban Steve, like because otherwise I don't. If they're able to unban Fresh and Fit,
like they're talking about unbanning Destiny
and Sneeko, they can unban Steve. And then if they do those two things, then
this is a dumb thing that Dan is saying, but I mean, there's a reason why Hasan is fixated on this because it's literally anything he can do to not it's anything he can do to not address the central argument and just try to nibble at the edges as much as possible. Why would Nick Fuentes be your suggestion to someone breaking into political discussions? Feels like you're doing an extremely gracious favor for Nick. It might feel that way because you're retarded, but it's because Nick was one of the only people that is like willing to have those debates. Like all of the other large political figures, like don't have these types of debates. So he was like the easiest conduit through which, and he was relatively non-threatening because Nick, for whatever the gripers might think, not to shit on you guys, and Nick knows this too. In a way, Nick is kind of like a safe, even at the time, he was a safe person to fight with because his upward trajectory is severely kneecapped because of all of his baggage in the past and because of how severely he'd been deplatformed on so many different platforms up to that point. So he was kind of like a safe ground to fight on that because his trajectory is always going to be hard capped without something significantly different happening. And none of the other larger figures were willing to debate any of those ideas. So.
And then I'll talk to Dan Clancy, and I'd be happy to figure out a way forward for him to.
For those who don't know, these are some of Destiny's little orbiters. This man, we used to have conversations back in the day. Quite pleasant conversations as a matter of fact. But his brain has just been so fucking broken by being Destiny's orbiter and his co-host on his podcast that he has been spending an unimaginable amount of time on this like vengeful quest to, I guess, destroy Twitch for not unbanning Destiny and also not getting me banned. Okay. They call themselves the Taliban or the Duzbullah Brigades, community dedicated to documenting the anti-Semitism of Turkish colonizers.
What are the Duzbullah Brigades? 23 members? What is this? Also based, but what is this?
Hasan Piker and the Sultan of Twitch Empire, Dan Clancy, as well as others. Okay. They have made websites from like day fucking one. From I think it was like October 19th.
Not the Duzbullah Brigades. Oh no.
Or something was when the Hamas Abi website was launched. Like that was what their immediate goals were, where they were like, we're gonna use this Israel shit. We're gonna use what is happening in Gaza to try to activate as many people as possible to get this guy fucking deplatformed. And they've gotten increasingly more insane over the year.
Wait, what? It's not even about. What is using the things in Gaza? What is even the connection here? He's trying so hard, bro. You're like recycling dead Palestinian children for your political reputation online. What the fuck? Or are we? Hold on. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me try to do a stronger construction of that. Never mind. I can't. Wait, what is the connection? Can somebody explain? How are we using the Gaza thing to... What? He's fent maxing right now? What the fuck? Hasan just admitted he made a Telegram group called Jew Hunt on stream. Good one. I'll unban you if you ever provide me a clip of that, dipshit.
Increasing the more insane over the years, it has not succeeded. Yeah, these are the people concerned about
change
hate speech.
The way that trust
concerned about
is
hate
done,
speech.
so that is no longer the stereotypical purple-haired whatever that it currently is. It's too skewed right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, 1,200 Jewish people died on October 7. Since then, hundreds of thousands, millions of people displaced.
That's a very intentional phrasing, by the way. When he says they died, what he's not saying there, these are dog whistles. What he's not saying there is that him and his community think that a non-trivial amount were killed by the IDF. I don't know if you push him what he would say the percentage is, but there's a reason why he says they died rather than they were killed by Hamas or Palestinians.
Placed in Gaza, thousands dead in Lebanon. 50,000 is the most conservative estimate with direct gunfire and direct bombing in Gaza. The obvious death toll is going to be significantly larger than that. And these guys are predisposed with, let's use this as an opportunity to get someone we don't like, someone we don't agree with, deplatformed. Okay? It is so insane. It is so unimaginable. Why do they assume there won't be retaliatory obs? I don't know. But yeah. And also, that guy whose account that I'm showing you right now, okay, the Taliban, part of the Taliban, this is one of my biggest stalkers, okay? This is like a
Little bro, we make online content. It's not stalking to make clips of your content. No more than you stalk Ben Shapiro by talking about him, you know, when he does crazy things. No more than we stalk Donald Trump when we talk about him. Like, it's not stalking to clip your publicly available content.
Known stalker in this community with like thousands of alt accounts that we've banned who like...
What do you think a stalker is?
Is the most schizo person you've ever seen. That schizo person is now followed by Richie Torres. American Congressperson Richie Torres follows him. He's following my schizophrenic stalkers, dog.
Schizophrenic stalkers. Oh my God.
Like, these are all members of Destiny's wonderful little community, which he has carefully cultivated over the course of the past couple of years, filled to the brim with former, you know, Kiwi Farms and 4chan poll losers, like all these fucking Gamergate dumbasses that never grew out of that phase, that just love doing like troll ops.
Like,
okay?
what are you, bro? You live in like 2016. What the fuck are you? What are we even talking about right now? Hello? What?
Okay. But now they're doing it while simultaneously claiming that they're liberal. They're liberal, but Destiny has advocated to kill Black Lives Matter protesters.
Advocated to kill BLM protesters. Holy telephone. My God.
He has said openly that white supremacist militias can mow down Black Lives Matter protesters because he was upset that the BLM protesters were actually hurting Joe Biden's re-election chances.
True. That definitely sounds like a thing. Again, remember, like, first of all, how many years ago is this that we always have to bring up these old things? Okay. But secondly, like, I'm a horrible person. If this image is true, oh, I just had a fucking house moment, brain blast. Sorry. One of the things that I say to you guys a lot when we argue with a lot of like Trumples and MAGA people, because people are like, how can they believe this? How can they believe these things? Like, how on earth is it possible that they could like chemtrails and the moon landing? This is how. When you're hearing these things over and over and over and over again, like imagine if you're a Hasan viewer, okay? And then you're looking at somebody like me. Okay, well, what do we know about Destiny? He's pro-pedophilia, pro-child porn, pro-rape, pro-murdering BLM people. He hates minorities. He hates Palestinians, pro-genocide, all these horrible things. And then you look and you're like, he's getting invited onto Lex Friedman. He's debating all these people. He's a guy who's like trying to build up Nick Fuentes. He's a guy, and he calls himself liberal and all these other liberal, right? It's so easy for a person like that. Like, imagine how fucked your mind would be. Why would somebody like me be growing on the internet from all these horrible, evil things? The only thing that explains it is if the whole environment is like horrible and evil, right? When you constantly feed people, and by the way, I'm just one person in this whole world that Hasan is constructing for his audience, or that like MAGA constructs for their audience, right? When you construct these worlds where everything is so detached from reality, yeah, I can't imagine that people's minds are completely fucking destroyed when when minds are destroyed by constantly being served like misinformation like this, it's insane.
Okay. A person that has debated the ethics of ethical CP, a person that on a whim, because he was mad at my friend, an activist and content creator from Atlanta, FD Signifier, wanted to troll him. And in order to troll him, he gave $10,000 to the Atlanta Police Department. That's
on a whim. We're not telling any of that story. Also, it's to Crime Stoppers. Don't we want to stop crime? You can earmark the division it goes to.
The type of person that we're talking about. Real liberal guy. Okay.
There's nothing illiberal, by the way, about supporting police officers as well. Just to let you know, you're confusing that with a commie position, but there's nothing illiberal about that.
Real liberal guy. That's where a lot of this resentment and a lot of this no motion ass bullshit is coming from. Okay.
Why did he pick up this motion word? Did some 12-year-old Zoomer like share this word with him and this is his new thing? Is you don't have any motion?
It's crazy. I feel like I'm living in bizarro world.
Like, it's so disgusting. It's so perverted how much he abuses and distorts reality and then says things like, I feel like I live in bizarro world. Like, all he's done in 26 minutes, all he's done is feed his audience lies and misrepresentations and simulacrum and false, like, perverted symbols of me. That's all he's done. The entirety of this video. It's insane. Like, prepared. And he prepared it too. He's got fucking video saved on his desktop to do this, right?
I feel like I'm living in bizarro world. FD just posted, if you got to use another orbiter to set up the donation from the start. Hey, look at what I found with a little video essayist researcher muscle. Tree of Logic, one of Destiny's weird black orbiters admitting on stream that Destiny never planned to actually debate and always acted the plan in bad faith.
Organization. He had no intentions on doing that. He always... Okay. All right. So that's what happened. This was all his idea from the start. He had no intentions on donating $10,000 to Fat Dude Signifier.
I don't remember, but that's probably true. I would have never... First of all, no offense. He's nowhere near big enough to demand that... to demand that I fucking debate him and pay $20,000. So it wouldn't surprise me if I did from the start. Like, fuck it, I'm just gonna fucking troll donate to this guy, or against this guy. Yeah.
Organization. He had no intentions on doing that. He always had the intentions on donating to a pro-police or nonprofit organization. And he asked me, because I'm very close to these organizations in Georgia, and he asked me to give him two, and I gave him two, but I gave him the most important one first. And yeah, I'm kind of glad he ignored.
Sorry for the delay of these signifiers. Some of us working at busy lives though. Can't believe you wouldn't wait. You couldn't wait 4 days for your $10,000 anti-police fund donation. So I went ahead and just donated $10,000 to the Atlanta Police Department. Yeah. Destiny ran from an agreed upon debate with me. He and his fan base like to retcon it into some other story, but the facts don't back that up. Destiny agreed to debate me and donate $10K to a charity I choose. Contrary to his fan base lies, it's not my charity, nor do I work for them. His fans just made that up to justify their narrative. He told me to unblock him so he could confirm the payment. I did for several days and I reblocked when it started to seem fishy. When I tweeted at him asking what the holdup was, he responded with a confirmation to his donation to the Atlanta Police Department. Clearly at time and opportunity, he just knew that it would be a mistake, so he chickened out and created a spectacle as a distraction. His hardcore fans, of course, are not smart enough to notice, but make no mistake, this was something he did out of fear and spite. Anyone telling otherwise is lying to themselves.
I like how when it's somebody attacking me, he actually will sit through and read the entire tweet thread about it. Interesting which content he decides to showcase when it's somebody else talking about me. Not when they're showing things, but that's interesting. Why didn't you debate him? Because I'm not going to have some guy charge me, especially a fucking no-name. I'm not going to have somebody charge me $10,000 to fucking debate him. How arrogant are you? Especially when the only reason I want to argue with you is because you're running around like the fucking, like the black, like slave owner police driver, like trying to warn all these other black content creators against talking to me. It's fucking cringe and weird and racist and creepy and actual stalkerish behavior. Although I still wouldn't necessarily say it's stalkerish, but it's more stalkerish than somebody clipping his son's content.
Helps. It's just like, it is the most rabid cyber harassment cult I have ever seen.
Most rabid cyber harassment cult. Bro, you don't even know. You have no idea. What a crazy thing to say.
Okay. All of his fucking orbiters like to masquerade as liberals. All of his orbiters and himself like to act like they're liberals, but plenty of their perspectives are completely antithetical to
the rioting
kind of progressive values. I mean, this itself is what got him banned originally.
I didn't even get banned for this, but okay.
Going to play it because, even though it is contextually appropriate, I don't want to personally risk it.
Wait, what does that mean? Do you think you're going to get banned from Twitch for playing a clip of me while you were showing Hezbollah dance or Houthi dancing videos and everything else you do? But my thing would be the one that I didn't even get banned for that clip, by the way. But Funny. Okay, good excuse.
That got him departnered originally.
There you go.
Like, they are liberals in the sense that they are pro-Democratic Party. That much is certain. But ultimately, they have no real ideological rudder. They have no real interest in maintaining a position beyond whatever Destiny is saying.
Mm-hmm.
They are debate mercenaries. They will debate both sides of an issue with the same level of passion.
Yes. It depends on who I'm arguing with. If I think that a $15 an hour minimum wage is essential for the United States, I'm going to debate some dipshit who thinks a $50 an hour minimum wage is good, and I'm going to debate some dipshit who thinks no minimum wage is good. Well, yeah, what do you mean? It's like, what even is that? I mean, I know what he's getting at. He's trying to say that I'll take contrary positions on a thing. But if that's true, then give me an example. What do you think I'd take a contrary position on? Generally, I'm just seen as debating both sides of things, so I'll argue with extremists on both sides, and then I come off as... Not even really, though. If you listen to what I say, it's not very confusing. It's just like dipshits like him that misrepresent. Like, give me one example. What's the thing that I'm a debate mercenary on?
Okay.
I'm sure he'll give an example. He's about to.
Did you see the Dems pushing Dean to becoming the fabled Joe Rogan of the left that liberals are yapping about? No Democrats are doing that, okay? You're insane if you think that the Democratic Party is that crazy that they would be like, yeah, the guy that we can get instead of like a million different Pod Johns or Harry Hasan or any number of different like people that they could potentially activate as like their liberal podcast version is going to be the guy who has all of this like insanity. And it's not necessarily like clipped out of context either, which is ironic because he always does that, because the context always makes it look even worse than it actually is. Whereas they project
you look bald
and do that specifically to me where they're like,
There you go.
Look at this 15-second clip, 16-second clip, 13-second clip where Hasan is arguing for something, and then you watch the larger clip and you're like, oh, he was arguing exactly the opposite of the thing that you were saying he was doing.
Wait, what? Excuse me? Examples?
Look at this 15-second clip, 16-second clip, 13-second clip.
Like, that's what you've done to me this entire fucking video. What are you talking about? I've watched 31 minutes so far of this. When was the last time you watched more than like 1 minute of anything I've ever said in my entire life?
Where Hasan is arguing for something, and then you watch the larger clip and you're like, oh, he was arguing exactly the opposite of the thing that you were saying he was doing.
Remember when Hasan used to literally watch... There was like a TikTok, Destiny versus... He used to literally just watch this channel every day, which is just like cutting like 10-second clips of me on stream. Oh my God.
But ultimately, it does not matter because Joe Rogan organically broke his own brain and became a right-winger. Joe Rogan was profoundly popular before he decided to be a right-winger. Joe Rogan endorsed Bernie Sanders in 2020, okay? The Democratic Party had their own Joe Rogan. His name was Joe Rogan. Do you understand?
Okay. Because the Democratic Party was Bernie Sanders, who's like not even really a Democrat, by the way. He's an independent, but okay.
So... these issues will not change until the Democratic Party changes its top-line communications, its policy prescriptions, and its attitudes towards the working class.
Damn, I got banned. How much you want to bet it was for one fucking day? I'm so curious. How long did he get banned from Twitch for?
Okay. You cannot podcast your way out of this problem. You can't flood the market with like liberal podcasts and podcasters in an effort to win back young men who have been disenfranchised. Okay? He was watching your clip yesterday, but turned it off once you mentioned he uplifted Nicholas Fuentes. Yeah, he hates that clip, by the way. I'm sure he hates that clip. He absolutely despises that clip because it so directly contradicts any kind of liberal image that he tries to cast himself as. Okay? And it's not just that clip. There are a million others.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
I'm sure.
Here is...
Oh, we got another one. Okay, thank God. Wow, okay.
End of the day,
hanging out with Nicholas Fuentes at his own home as his former wife that divorced him brings Nicholas Fuentes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is a part of the revitalization of his career.
Hold on. What was the claim? 1 second.
That he tried. He absolutely despises that clip because it's so directly... by the way, I'm sure he hates yesterday, but turned it off once you mentioned
What's he say?
Uplifted Nicholas Fuentes.
What's he say? Listen.
He hates that clip, by the way.
I hate these clips. I hate that clip.
I'm sure he hates that clip.
I definitely hate that clip.
He absolutely despises that clip.
I despise it.
It so directly contradicts any kind of liberal image that he tries to cast himself.
Completely contradicts all of my liberal images, right? Totally.
Okay? And it's not just that clip. There are a million others.
And there's others just like it.
Okay.
Let me show you one. Here's another one.
It's like, at the end of the day,
here's another one. What am I hiding from? You're actually fucking retarded. Like, Lil bro, you're pulling this from my fucking channel. So, wow, I'm hiding from this so much. Hiding in shame and fear. Like,
says at his own home, as his former wife that divorced him brings Nicholas Fuentes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is a part of the revitalization of his career. And in this process, he is also talking specifically about revitalizing another.
Also, I divorced her. The filings were public, just to be clear. Not that it matters, but
white supremacist Lauren Southern's YouTube channel.
With the Mossad before they finally come down, before the United States changes its foreign policy stance on Israel and Palestine, or how many times?
I like how FD Signifier says I cannibalize every YouTuber, but according to Hasan, apparently I'm like literally the revitalization of every fucking right-wing YouTuber, I guess.
We complain about like the media and the government and everything. And I've talked to conservative creators who will say things, and they get into this self-defeating progressive mindset. You ever heard a black person say like, "Oh, I'm not going to do anything. The system's rigged against me. It's bullshit," right? Like I've argued with fucking Lauren about her videos, where she's like, "Oh, all of my stuff is deprioritized. I don't think I'm getting views." Like, no, it's not. You just don't fucking upload enough. Make more fucking videos. And she did make a couple, and some of them actually popped up on the algorithm. She did one responding to Matt Walsh. She got like 500,000 views. And it's like
she's literally talking about Lauren Southern here and how they have conversed over how to pop Lauren Southern's channel off.
No. Why would I ever expect him to represent anything I'm saying in good faith? Obviously. I'm arguing against the idea that conservatives are like, we're getting suppressed by the algorithm. We're being right. No, you're not getting suppressed by the algorithm. Every single time some conservative, because Lauren did used to complain about this, she was like, oh, I think they're suppressing conservatives in the algorithm. And I looked at her channel, like, you upload one video every 3 months. You're not being suppressed by the algorithm. You just don't fucking post anything. Why are you surprised? If you want more views, upload more videos. Because they always victimize themselves. And people on the left do it as well. Yeah, people on both sides do it. This was like I'm trying to do like a come together arc or whatever. Like, look, you guys are crazy. Stop being so crazy or whatever. But I guess but you could just have giving career advice as well. I guess, sure, go for it.
Lauren Southern is an out and about white supremacist, okay? A white nationalist through and through. Make Feed Art. Thank you for the 100 community to give the subs, allowing 100 people to have access to the now subscriber-only VODs.
True.
Yes. He's talking about the Lauren Southern who personally went to Italy to work alongside Identity Europa, okay, to try to intercept migrant boats.
True. Which is bad and kind of based. Just kidding. It's further than Hasan's ever gone for his beliefs before. But also, bro, can we please? I know that my history and the history of everybody that I talk to lives in your head rent free, but certainly there must be something more for you to talk about than like a 19-year-old girl doing some retarded racist shit. There must be something more. There's got to be something else for you in life than this. There has to be, right? Because the funny thing is he'll attack Lauren Southern when I don't know, actually know how old she was. 2017. How old even is she now? Is 29. So in 2017, she would have been 22. My bad. He'll say that it's bad for Lauren Southern, okay, to go out on a boat to stop illegal immigrants or whatever. But then he'll bring on which, by the way, I've never supported her doing that. They should use bazooka. I'm just kidding. I've never supported her doing that, obviously. But meanwhile, he'll bring on the Houthi dude, and he'll full on support and talk about how based it is that Houthis are taking fucking hostages from fucking ships that they still have. They're still holding on to those hostages, by the way, that nobody cares about. Like, again, that's the difference. The difference is that you support these people. And again, to be clear, if you want to, if you want to argue with me about like responsible platforming or any of that, like I'll have those. I have those debates a ton in my community. Like we can have that debate, but we're not the same, dude. You're actually insane. You're crazy. Like you're actually supporting these people. You just don't like that I'm arguing with them. Like
by filming herself on these fucking boats, to try and actively intercept these migrant dinghies that were trying to make it to Italy. If politicians don't stop the boats, we'll stop the boats, Southern declared. Okay? They didn't stop the boat for long. In short order, they were taken into custody by Italian Coast Guard officers, and the Doctors Without Borders ship was on its way. Later that night, Southern appeared in a second Periscope livestream with Martin Sellner, the 28-year-old leader of Generation Identity's Austrian branch. Sellner hinted in the livestream that Generation Identity's short-lived blockade of the NGO ship was just the beginning of a new mission to track down and stop the dirty work of these human trafficking ships. Southern has defended the American neo-Nazi Richard B. Spencer, who has advocated for violence against non-whites on multiple occasions. Southern has said, Richard Spencer is not a white supremacist, he's a white nationalist. He believes in a white ethno-state. He doesn't believe in whites being superior. Spencer has praised Southern's videos. That is the person that Destiny is talking about here, that he has direct...
Like, how old is this article? There must be something more recent about me to talk about, my dude. Also, none of this has anything to do with me. Like, what do you think I'm... Oh, my God.
Like, access to...
Like, it's so funny, too. Think about where you are right now. Why did we just read... Think about this. Pull back in macro. Why did we just read a 2017 article about Lawrence Southern? It's because Hasan is trying to character assassinate Stephen Bunnell, me. But he's not even really trying to character assassinate me. He's actually trying to character assassinate Ethan. The only reason he's talking about me so much right now is because Ethan supposedly is mind-fucked by me, so he has to attack me instead of dealing with anything Ethan's saying. And so then he goes to me, but he can't actually take anything I'm saying. So then he goes to fucking Lawrence Southern, and then she goes back to 7 years ago to her. What the fuck? Like, holy shit.
Spencer is not a white supremacist. He's a white nationalist. He believes in a white ethno-state. He doesn't believe...
Like, somehow, this article about Identity Europa is really going to go after Ethan. Like, Jesus Christ.
Here, that he has direct, like, access to, that he has also helped revitalize the career of. How many neo-Nazis does Destiny have to align with and revitalize the careers...
Align with?
...of, for people to go, maybe he's not being genuine in his defense of the Democratic Party, and it's just another thing that helps him debate better.
Really? So, me... fundraising $250,000, however the fuck much, more than that probably, and personally contributing money and time, all of the canvassing stuff, that doesn't count. Bringing on politicians and chatting with that doesn't count. Openly being a absolute, like, avowed cuckold for Biden, for Harris, forever, on all these talk shows, none of that counts. All of the, like, none of that, all of this stuff that I've done, all the work that I've done, on the ground, online, in conversation, whatever, the money I've fundraised for, the money I've contributed personally, the time, none of that matters. But the fact that 7 years ago or 4 years ago, whatever, I thought that I wanted to bring on like crazy alt-writers and debate them. Like, I think that it was good to host them and like even be, I want to say collegial. Is that the word I'm looking for? But like, yeah, just having like conversations where I'm debating people, but I'm not like shitting on them completely. Like that's really what's going on inside. Like okay. Oh, cordial. That was the word I'm looking for.
He's talking to one neo-Nazi who is a prominent neo-Nazi now, thankfully because of Destiny's, hard work, platforming him, giving his phone number to Adam22, okay? While simultaneously he's bragging about coaching another white nationalist and how he helped revitalize her career as well, okay? Can you run us through how you make all these fanfic spin-offs of reality? You're such a creative. I get inspired when I watch you. You think this right here, exactly what he just said right here.
Keep in mind the title of the video that's hosted on my own channel, by the way, that you said I was running from. The title of this video that's hosted on my own channel, okay, is Destiny Blue Pills Nick in IRL Debate.
Is fictitious? Am I wrong? Like what? Do you think he was just joking here? He didn't mean it? He's admitting to it. You want me to play the clip again of him saying...
Why not play the context of the clip? Like, what am I even talking about here? I'm probably talking about how people are victimizing themselves when they don't need to, that there's other things going on and that people are being too...
So let's say...
conspiracy driven. I don't want to rewatch this whole fucking video, but I guess we'll go to 32 minutes. I'm curious. I don't know. What the fuck is the context of this conversation? 32 minutes.
Policies like minimum wage or closed shop laws. We can talk about housing policies like zoning restrictions or how cities are arranged. We can talk about like public transit. I mean, like, all of these things would be more important. Healthcare is an important conversation we have in the United States. Something to do with homeless people in major cities is a fucking problem all over the United States.
What do you think we should do about the homeless?
Well, I know one guy who could answer that question, but he killed himself a long time ago.
Who? Oh, I
no, good one. Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard problem, but the problem is the political will is not there because nobody gives a fuck about homeless people.
Do you think the political will...
Wait, was that a Wreckful joke? What is the reference there? It's too far back in time.
Isn't there? For homeless people? No, I don't think so.
No?
I think that when the political will is there, you can see changes happen. But the problem is there's probably why I don't like you or everybody in this fucking space.
You don't like me?
Yeah. The issue is that I think the anger ends up being misdirected, right? So if I can point to a real problem, I think BLM is a really good example of this.
Oh, Hitler. Oh, it makes sense.
Okay? There might be issues that exist with policing our criminal justice system throughout the United States. But like, what was the main narrative that was sold the entire time? That cops and the whole system was racist and everybody's a white supremacist. Well, okay, that's a whole bunch of anger. It got poured into that. Some police departments changed, some people were fired, some policies changed. And then what happened? Everything got rolled back in like a year or two because it was dog shit, because it was bad focus. But I would say just as much on the other end, for people on the far left that blame the government for everything, or for people on the far right that blame the government and Jews for everything. Well, what is all that anger being directed towards? Like, at the end of the day, you know, how many times are you going to bring up the Mossad before they finally come down, before the United States changes its foreign policy stance on Israel and Palestine? Or how many times are we going to complain about like the media and the government and everything? And I've talked to conservative creators who will say things, and they get into the self-defeating progressive mindset. You ever heard a black person say like, oh, I'm not going to do anything, the system's rigged against me, it's bullshit, right? Like, I've argued with fucking Lauren about her videos where she's like, oh, all of my stuff is deprioritized, I don't think I'm getting views. Like, no, it's not. You just don't fucking upload enough. Make more fucking videos. And she did make a couple, and some of them actually popped up on the algorithm. She did one responding to Matt Walsh, and she got like 500,000 views. And it's like, why do you think that the algorithm's not fucking? You're fucking yourself. Because that type of like self-defeating, self-deprecating, like self-fulfilling prophecy of like the system's against me, I can't do anything. So it gives you the perfect excuse to work on nothing because you're completely fucked, and then it gives you like the perfect enemy to blame for all of your problems. And it's like, well, what the fuck? What does that accomplish at the end of
This is, yeah, it's, I think I still stand by all of this 100%. The fact that he's like showing this tiny clip from this to try to pretend that this is just a secret admission to helping right-wingers make their content is arguing against people that have this weird fucking conspiratorial narrative that everything in society is against them, and so they obsess over Jews or cops or white or whatever. It's just so dumb, but whatever. Okay, good clip, Chimp, I guess. You want me to play? I like it. I was like, you want me to play that clip again?
He's admitting to it. You want me to play the clip again of him saying?
It's like, why do you think that the algorithm's not fucking? You're fucking yourself. Because that type of like self-defeating, self-deprecating, like self-fulfilling prophecy of like the system's against me, I can't do anything. So it gives you the perfect excuse to work on nothing because you're completely fucked, and then it gives you like the perfect enemy to blame for all of your problems. And it's like, well, what the fuck? What does that accomplish at the end of the day? What's up? Wait.
I want to be a good wife. So I got peanut butter sandwiches.
Whoa! Is it for him?
For both.
Let's go. Thanks,
Isn't that
Mom.
what?
What?
Isn't that what a wife is for?
That is absolutely. See, you got it made, bro.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Good job.
Let's go. You got it made. Hell.
Hold on.
So much.
Wow.
Good job.
Let's go. You got it made. Hell.
Hold on.
What's that?
He's so obsessed. Like, what? None of this at the end of the day is rising to the level of this guy literally talks about them having fucking hostages, having real life hostages. And Hasan is laughing about it.
Yeah, when he says Kareem.
يعني مستمتعين يعني كلهم يعني وعايشين الوضع الحمد لله يعني جو خرافي واتمنى انتم تزوروا الجو هذا كلكم.
يعني انت شفت الناس اللي بيشتغلوا على السفن؟
ايوه.
وبسألك انه جربوا القاتمة؟
Yeah, when he says Kareem means the hostages, I think that Yemen.
Hold on, let me see if I can find this. Nice YouTube video.
The November 20th. Hold on, this is.
Oh, I'm looking for the. Is this me talking?
That this guy's not involved in any wacky shit.
ولا يعني حتى ون بيس كملتها. يعني انا احب الانمي يعني بشكل عام انا احب كنت اشاهد مسلسل اطفال كثير يعني.
You think Twitch will actually do anything about this? Apparently they're making a new show with him. Any chance it gets canned?
Search for K Hat. Fuck, I don't remember what he said here. I just remember this guy brought up, I think this guy brought up like dancing with the hostages, and Hasan was like, oh shit, he's like, they're dancing with the hostages, they must be chill or whatever. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? What the fuck? Was it this?
Saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did qat with them, and he danced to music with them, and he was vibing, so he likes them, yeah.
So, I mean, what?
Like, that's, you should, oh, I can't say it, I'll be banned from YouTube. Like, seriously though, you should. He's laughing at people that are currently being held hostage right now by terrorist fucks, okay, by Houthis. Also, who, by the way, remember when Hasan presents this situation when he presented it to Nick, he said that all the Houthis did is capture Israelis that were engaged in genocide. Meanwhile, he's being told right here, they weren't Israelis. They were Chinese people. They're not even Israeli. They're not Jew. Or maybe he thinks they're Chinese Jews. Who knows, right? And he's like laughing and giggling about it.
One of the captain was Chinese, and he did qat with them, and he danced to music with them, and he was vibing, so he likes them, yeah.
So, I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just fucking chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Like, imagine if they're not chilling with the captains. They're being held hostage by terrorists from a ship that got fucking commandeered from the open seas. Like, that's an insane position. And to try to say, like, me fist bumping Nick after debating him on stream is anywhere even remotely the same, you're out of your mind. You're out of your goddamn mind.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yeah, look at me showing you a alternative view of reality.
From my own YouTube channel, by the way. Alternative view of reality.
Fan fiction. Yeah, this is literally on his own fucking channel. He's blue pilling Nick in an IRL debate. He's blue pilling him. You don't understand. You don't understand. He's debating him in the marketplace of ideas. He's actually blue pilled now. He's no longer a neo-Nazi. He's actually pro-Democratic Party. Did he also blue pill Richard Spencer? Is that why Richard Spencer came out and was like, I'm in the tank for Mamala?
I don't even know who brought this rumor up first. So I heard somebody, I don't remember who, I heard somebody say this. I heard them say it on the thing that, early in this video, the Chapo Trap House guys or whatever. But I think I've heard it before. I don't know who, this idea that I debated Richard Spencer being liberal. I don't even know if that's true. Or I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. I don't think it's true. He was on his own political journey way before me. But also, even if it was true, isn't that good? Wouldn't that be a good thing if Richard Spencer was voting Democrat? Isn't that good?
Yeah, it's not the first time they hung out together.
Yeah, you think?
Nick Fuentes and Destiny hang out IRL.
Dawned on me when you said that. Yeah, because
Me?
before, no, not you. You're
What is he? Why does he have these? Like,
already shacked up.
Oh man,
lady.
dude.
What's going on with that? What's the story? How about just one man, one?
My point is this.
What's your point? Tell us.
Last night, I saw this dipshit.
This was the same day, no? Yes, this was right after debate, yeah.
For the fucking timeline. Just going absolutely crazy over how excited he was. How excited he was that he gets to control women's bodies now. Like, just pure resentment towards the existence of women. Something beyond, like, wanting a trad wife. I didn't even know that level of misogyny was even possible, right? Like, that level of being an incel was even something that real human beings experienced.
Why not? Don't you support a society that, like, literally would stone women to death for being adulterous to their husbands? What, you think Nick's misogyny is worse than the misogyny you might find, like, say, in Yemen? What do you mean? What is the shocking out of bounds misogyny here? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're so white and privileged. Like, go back to your fucking West Hollywood mansion, bro. What are you talking about? Holy shit.
And then I was reminded of the desperate attempts of Destiny revitalizing this fucking dipshit's career, so much so that he basically got access to Milo Yiannopoulos and Kanye West. And
you think that yes. I do admit that was me. So I used to call Kanye, back then he used to call Kanye. I used to call him a lot and complain because after, he just wasn't the same after 808s and my beautiful dark twisted. And so part of me talking to Kanye was like, hey bro, when you run for president, can I hook you up with Nick Fuentes, like a really close personal friend of mine? And then he was like, I don't know, I feel like I need a way to, I don't think I can channel him response. I was like, oh, well, I'm also really close personal friends with Milo Yiannopoulos. And we go out killing minorities every Friday, every second Friday of the month. I don't have too many days to do it. So I'll chat with my good friend Milo and then get you guys connected. Like, I'm like pretending that I'm like the person connecting all these people from behind. I'm literally the super connector. That's, come on, dude, Jesus.
And went and had dinner with Donald fucking Trump.
That was me. I am the matchmaker. That is me. Yes, I am the reason why you could talk to the former and now current president-elect.
Okay. What is this? He's saying he was a connection to certain...
Also, I have no motion at the same time. Sounds to me like I have a whole lot of motion. Remember, one of the important things about fascies or illiberal people, their opponents are always simultaneously really weak and really strong. They always do that. These people, they're weak losers. They can't influence anything. They're nobodies. But also, they secretly control the strings to society at all points in time. Your opponents always inhabit both positions, depending on what emotional point you need to hit on. He does that to me a lot. I have no motion, I'm weak, I'm a loser, but I also simultaneously am building multiple far-right careers at the same time while connecting these people to presidents and former presidents of the United States.
Spheres, not that he was his only career path. Wait.
Destiny, here is a relevant Pod Save America clip. One of them even says one of your lines. Wait, what?
Tried. Yeah, there's not a mute button at the DNC.
But 11 hours.
But you know, Tommy, you talked about the effect of like organizing in field, and like Ben Wickler pointed out all the ways in which organizing in Wisconsin was what allowed them to be in a position to keep the Tammy Baldwin seat despite the incredible national swing. And I think there's like I want to just like I'm not ready to say that organizing or field did not matter in this race, but what I do want to figure out is Donald Trump didn't need it. He did something else, right? He did podcasts. He had these influencers behind him, and like what is he doing instead of field that we should be doing too?
Well, that's a good segue.
In the way that being online is now real life.
Yeah. Well, that's a good segue to, we're going to tick through some of the other theories making rounds here. And the first is Harry should have done more to meet voters where they are, as they say, including but not limited to going on Joe Rogan. And more broadly, Democrats need to run the kind of candidate who can go on those kinds of shows and mix it up.
I think we're all in.
To be clear, the Joe Rogan and Harris thing was a problem, but I don't agree with the analysis that the problem is that she didn't go on Joe Rogan. The problem is that the left doesn't have a Joe Rogan. That was the problem. Because Harris going on Joe Rogan wouldn't have helped. It wouldn't have been the same type of interview. I don't think it would have boosted people's view at all of Harris in their eyes. I don't think that it would have helped whatsoever. Yeah.
An agreement there? Does anyone not in agreement?
No, I'm in agreement. I just think it's more complicated than she should have gone on Rogan.
Oh yeah, I'm talking again. Sorry, looking towards the future. Forget about like nitpicking the past. But like, yes, I think in the future, the whole conversation, like, why are you talking to this horrible person? You shouldn't be on the set with them. You're legitimizing them. Is like,
yeah. Also, there's been a few people saying like, well, we need a Joe Rogan of the left, and it like we were talking about this yesterday, which is like that's to me is quite stupid on two fronts. One is like Joe Rogan wasn't built in some conservative lab. He's as Tommy was saying this yesterday. Like he was a television host and a Fear Factor guy. Got into M&A, started hosting the show, and had built an audience. And then people.
So wait, so what? So somebody on the left can do that. What do you mean? Who cares?
Went to that audience. The second problem with that is if there was a Joe Rogan on the left that appealed to the kind of people Joe Rogan appealed to, he would be vilified by people on the left for all of his his heterodoxies and ways in which he annoys them. It is very annoying and terrible that Joe Rogan is anti-vax. He has stupid views on a lot of issues that I don't agree with, but Joe Rogan was somebody that had Bernie Sanders on. When Dan, you said this yesterday, when Bernie Sanders put out that Joe Rogan endorsed him, people fucking went after him for that. And you know what? People are right to find Joe Rogan's noxious views noxious. Totally. But I think we should be honest about the ways in which we've kind of pushed, like there's this conservative media ecosystem that is directly partisan, right-wing conservative, covers politics every day. But now around it, there is this collection of comedians, entertainers, influencers who are not political, but feel much more comfortable on the right than they feel on the left. And so I'm less interested in should Kamala Harris go on Joe Rogan or should we have a Joe Rogan on the left, and more thinking, A, how do we build the progressive version, we're trying to do that here at Crooked, but we need help of that kind of partisan infrastructure. And then how do we make those non-political...
although, again, this is something that's still materializing in my mind. People are wrong, I think, when they say that the issue is lefty infighting, okay? Here, I'm about to give you an insight. Take this. Brian, if you are in chat, this is something you need to remember, okay? All right, listen, this is what's happening. This is what people think is happening, okay? They think that the political candidate is here. I'll do red for the Republicans, okay? They think that the political candidate is here, and they think that the right is like this. All of them are aligned in terms of infighting, so they don't do it, right? And they're good, right? And boom, they get to support them. And what people think happens on the left, oh, fuck, I should put the right on the right. Wait, I can. Wait. This is what people think happens on the right. And then what people think happens on the left is you have the Democratic candidate. Wait. How do I make the line thicker? Pick me up. You've got the Democratic candidate, and then you've got infighting. You've got all these little groups, and because of like all this infighting, you never really get a strong support here, right? I don't think that this is what happens though in left media space. This is the most common concept of what's happening. I think what's actually happening is, I think that the left online is actually pretty in step. And they do all point in a direction, but the issue is that the direction is not with the party. That's the problem. The problem is that they are over here pointing at something different. This is your huge disconnect in the left media sphere. And this is what people need to figure out. This is why I'm talking about how the DNC needs to work with people that support the party. That's important. You have to have support for your organization. Because people will say, look at all the infighting on the left. It happens in the same way that infighting happens on the right. But infighting on the right is so good and so important because what it does is it demands an ideological congruity that supports the party and the candidate. That's the value. If somebody on the right comes out and they're like, I don't really know if I want to support Donald Trump in this election. Look at what happened to I want to call him Harry Sisson. It's not him. It's the Rittenhouse. Jesus. Look at what happened to Kyle Rittenhouse. He came out for 1 microsecond and said he wasn't supporting Trump, and he got slapped in line so fast. Look at what happened to Joe Rogan. I don't even know if Joe Rogan formally said he was endorsing RFK, but Joe Rogan made it sound like he wasn't endorsing RFK. He got smacked in line so fast. Look at all these, look at your never Trumpers, right? Your McCarthys, your people that stand up against, they get slapped in line. They do demand ideological conformity on the right. The thing is it doesn't appear like infighting as much because all of these people that are ideologically congruent with each other all of them support the candidate and they support the party, okay? On the left, you get people that infight. But if you actually look at the positions of all the lefty content creators, they're actually pretty in alignment. They're usually pretty hugely in favor of a lot of really socialist like econ policy. They're usually very pro-union, pro-labor. They're usually pretty pro-green energy. They're usually pretty anti-capitalist. A lot of them have this fuck America foreign policy. A lot of them think that, you know, we shouldn't be supporting Israel and there's a genocide going on in Gaza, and they think that the liberals and the Republicans are basically the same, and they don't really think that Biden was good and they want somebody different. But then when Harris came, she wasn't good, and they really think that like all the AOC and Bernie have all sold out, and they're relatively congruent. There's not that much infighting. But when there is infighting, and it's to cast people out, it's because you get people who are over here. And these are the people that get infought against. This here is your problem. And the problem, the bigger problem, is that over here, this is 90% of conservatives, okay? This is the party. This is the will of the party. And this is why Donald Trump has got them so ideologically captured. But on the left, with your content creators, this is like 2% of the party. Nobody's a tankie in real life. You don't find these motherfuckers in voting booths. There are no fucking tankies or commies in fucking Congress. You don't find these people in the real world. They represent nobody. But if this is the online electosphere that everybody's watching, right? This is what you're looking at. It's not good. This needs to change. Which is why I said before, the Democrats need to stop working with these people. No more access. No more access to these people. AOC shouldn't be playing games with them. Bernie shouldn't be talking. None of these people should be interacting with this. They need to be supporting the people that are here that actually back the party and back the candidates. Clip that.
Hosts that have huge followings feel as welcome in our world and we as welcome in their world as they now currently feel.
Do you get stressed about the implications of being in left media after Steve Bannon said Project 2025 is real? We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think about it.
But we need help of that kind of partisan infrastructure. And then how do we make those non-political hosts that have huge followings feel as welcome in our world and we as welcome in their world as they now currently feel on the right, without giving up on our values, being honest about where we disagree, but being willing to go there and those people feeling comfortable with us?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Lovett handled the infrastructure piece of this, and I talked about it last episode. But I think Rogan's sort of become a proxy for a broader conversation about, like, should Kamala Harris have let it rip a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, should she have gone on Joe Rogan, arguably the biggest media platform in the country? Yes, obviously she should have. But if you watched Trump's 3-hour rambling mess of an interview, we all had kind of a Rorschach test about what was our takeaway. And I think the takeaway for a lot of people was he didn't sound like a politician. You know, we made fun of him saying he does the weave. We called it being a rambling, incoherent old man.
We thought he did pretty well.
Well, yeah, but so I think that's the question: is like, should Democrats have to find ways to communicate to people where they don't sound like they're reading a script or talking points? Because that was the narrative you started to hear a lot about Kamala Harris. There's a lot of TikToks where people ask, hey, like, Bruce, what do you want for dinner? And it's like, well, I grew up in a working class family with a Formica table. Or that was kind of a meme.
Yeah, he didn't have America First at all, where he was connected to actual politicians. Yeah, he was. He gave him an additional fucking platform. Okay? He gave him a platform and normalized his fucking perspective. This is the clip.
The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it.
If this type of stuff that Nick Fuentes is telling you is upsetting to you, you should be upset, and your anger should be directed at people like Hasan. Because at the end of the day, Hasan is, again, he's granted an exclusive monopoly on the viewers of Twitch, and he's not advocating for people to vote for Kamala. He's not advocating for Democrats to win. He's not advocating for the Supreme Court justices that we need to overturn these people. Hasan plays a bigger role in radicalized figures like this being able to celebrate the political power they have than Fuentes and Lauren Southern combined could ever hope to have in the United States of America. It's not even fucking close. So if you are upset about things like this, then sub-degenerate fuckboy pieces of shit like this who are only obsessed with clout, money, influence, and their weird totalitarian, tanky, ideological purity, these are the people who you should be upset about. And Twitch for platforming it exclusively.
Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control.
Look at how disgusting of a monstrous piece of shit this man is, okay? Disgusting. Remember that.
your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie.
Yeah, he's blue pilled. That's why he's wearing a blue hat. Destiny successfully debated him in the marketplace of ideas. He blue pilled him.
And
Meanwhile, Meanwhile, over the past,
keep in mind the clip that you literally watched of me was me saying that Nick burned the bridge and that I don't talk to him anymore, which was like years ago. But okay, what year is this clip? Jesus,
here because of the insanity.
Why does he have MP4? Why does he have it saved on his desktop? I'm just imagining him like getting his like, all right, hold on. First, I'm gonna play this Destiny video. We've got Destiny vid 004. Okay, I'm gonna play this one, and then I'm gonna talk about the. Jesus Christ, bro! Oh my God! Look at the name of the file. How can I see? Where is it? Is it up there? Fuentes should worship me. Dash Destiny. Sorry.
Of his own fucking community. I remember throughout the past year, his community has consistently said, while he was normalizing Nick Fuentes, that
finally, thank God, at least you're going to talk about stuff in the last year. Jesus, 43 and a half minutes into your manifesto. Thank God. All right, let's go.
I remember throughout the past year, his community has consistently said, while he was normalizing Nick Fuentes, that I was a far greater.
Throughout the past year, I've normalized Nick Fuentes? Bro, you just watched a video of me saying that we're never talking again, like from 2 years ago. How many years ago was that? What do you mean? Through the last year, we've been normalizing Nick Fuentes. Bro, you're the one that's been retweeting Groiper shit, trying to attack me constantly.
Throughout the past year,
I don't know if anybody has images to the, is it Acid Man or Acid Communist or Common Man? There are a few Nazi accounts that he retweets a ton, because they hit piece against me or because they attack me. Like,
he has consistently said, while he was normalizing Nick Fuentes, that I was a far greater threat to the United States of America than Nicholas fucking Fuentes.
Yeah, because Fuentes has no influence, dude. Oh, censored men.
His community, unironically, because of his like mania, because of what he has primed him into thinking, like such virile hatred, that I am a larger threat in their eyes than Nicholas fucking Fuentes. Now, their attitude might have shifted now, okay?
And and Fuentes' treatment of me is so bad. I don't understand. That's something he'll have to learn to grow. Not to sound like not to be too self-aggrandizing, but like Fuentes should be worshiping me.
You know he called against voting for Trump before the win. Why do you take him seriously? He's not even a real Nazi. This is the problem. This is directly because of Destiny, okay?
What? Wait, what part? What part is directly because of me? Wait, what?
People going, he's not even a real Nazi. I don't understand. Like, dude, this guy is a...
Oh, somebody in chat just said it. I didn't understand. He thinks that Fuentes is popular because Fuentes had one semi-viral fucking clip yesterday about the woman's bodies thing. That's why he thinks that Fuentes is mega popular now. I get it, because his brain lives in the TikTok world. Gotcha. Okay, now I understand so much more why he's obsessed with Nick right now.
A fucking Holocaust denier. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? This is why I try to explain to people, if you hyper-focus on this, okay? If you find yourself in the throes of an echo chamber like the one Destiny has created, okay?
Echo chamber, where we watch this full crazy manifesto hit piece where you have pre-prepared clips of me cut from streams that are literally uploaded to my YouTube channel to show an audience member 15 seconds from a 2-hour video. Yes, we are in the echo chamber. True.
You are going to find yourself believing really weird shit that is insanely inconsistent with reality.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Crazy.
Like, you should be ashamed of saying things like this. You should be ashamed of being like, oh, Nicholas Fuentes is not a real Nazi, dude. Come on, calm down.
Because I am literally I was the only lifeline that he had to like being able to breach like mainstream political conversations. Like I represented a huge potential opportunity to him.
Potential.
So bad faith in the way that he treats me. It's unbelievable. I don't know why the fuck he would do that. Like he should have been so conciliatory.
Should have been.
I'm not asking him to be a bitch or anything, but for him to be like relentlessly bad faith against me all the time, like bro, who the fuck are you? Like I can put you on a stream in front of 14,000 people. Like
I could
give me your phone number like Adam 22 so you can go to a show. Why the fuck would you like burn my shit?
Why would you burn?
Yeah, why would you burn my shit so hard? I'm fucking propping you up.
Okay. And then the bridge was burned. This was years ago. I'm the one that made him have a viral TikTok clip yesterday.
Okay. I'm propping you up. That chatter basically proved your point. He said Nick said not to support Trump, so he's not a Nazi. Nick doesn't support Trump because he doesn't think Trump is not racist enough amount. Exactly. So when you find yourself in that circumstance, when you find yourself literally going, oh, well, you know, Nick said don't support Trump because he's not Nazi enough, but he's not even a real Nazi. Who the fuck's a real Nazi then, dumbass? Who the fuck? Yeah. Trump dinner guest says perfidious Jews should be executed. America First hate leader Nick Fuentes called for those suppressing Christianity to be absolutely annihilated in a recent live stream. And it's not just Nick.
Oh, somebody has this. Thank you.
Two mad ODs. Everyone's talking about how he has credible accusations of pedophilia, stalking, death threats of other content creators. What does Destiny do? He tweets out about how he was a real one. RIP to a brave soldier, and like unfriends him on Discord. He does that because he thinks this kind of edgy nonsense actually plays well to his groiper ass audience.
The joke I was making was unfriending somebody as soon as they die. That was the joke. What, does he think I'm like supporting the accusations? What? Also, I'm pretty sure I tweeted this right when he died. It was before any weird shit came out about him. Rip on, Brave Warrior, removed. He died. That was it. This is the joke. What does he think I'm like? 21 gun salute for
Wow, a clip of me watching Hasan literally lying about me again. Crazy how that works, huh?
Soldier. I support his rapes and pedophilia. Too mad.
Groiper adjacent audience.
Also, Groiper adjacent. Hasan likes so many Groiper tweets about me. Hasan is the #1 Groiper consumer of Destiny news, by the way.
True.
Wait, actually, hold on. I want to just make it. Somebody link me the. What was the last Groiper tweet that he liked about me? It wasn't my group of guys. I can show these. Hold on. He was literally going through a Groiper account on stream. Oh, it's also the Groipers are the ones online who are like, Destiny doesn't know anything. Blah 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 blah. Hasanabi likes Drain Incel. Does this guy know anything? Is this a Groiper account? Let me check. Hold on. Twitter.com/Drain Incel. Bro ran off with all my engagement.
Ah, the Jews.
Shut the fuck up. Huh? Crazy. Isn't that weird? Crazy how I've got the Groiper fan base, and Hasan is the one that is constantly liking and retweeting Groiper accounts that attack me.
Yep.
Like, Jesus. There are more instances of him doing this. Like, he amplifies so many of his tweets on Twitter. It's insane how in his head I am.
I'm only saying this because I've seen him do this for days at this point, by the way. Fuck. There are other clips of this. But yeah, he amplified so many. Groiper accounts because they had like attacks against me that he liked.
Good one, Hasanabi.
Fuentes. Destiny did this with Sam Hyde as well. Sam Hyde is also a fucking Nazi. Sam Hyde.
How many years ago? Oh, I thought I did this in a while. Okay, sorry. This was 2 years ago.
Jesus.
2022. Okay, this was 2 years ago, so almost. But like, what? I can't even do an interview with this guy? Also, I didn't know 100% at this point if he truly was a Nazi or not. Actually, I didn't know until I saw the, when I started watching bits from that podcast he does. He's an absolute fucking Nazi. Holy fuck. Or at least like all the anti-Semitic tropes and whatever crazy bullshit. Jesus Christ. But
Sam Hyde is also a Nazi. And Destiny propped him up too.
Wait, what is this? Excuse me? Do we have a key?
He said that.
Do we have a key Nazi platformer alert?
What do you call it? That Harry Styles was being for put.
Lowest social caste to the highest.
Wait a second.
I go from being a white male to a woman
to a quarterback.
You totally leapfrog
Excuse
the
me,
whole
can we
like,
get the,
strata.
I think what
become
James Van Der
DGG
Beek
frame by frame analysis?
Yeah, I think what he was saying was that like
Wait, what?
That gay guys were like not into it, but that 14-year-old girls were like,
who is this guy?
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. He's the hottest guy I've ever seen.
That's incredible to think about.
And then like the tabloid press picked it up.
Do we know who this guy is? Anybody?
The coolest thing I've ever seen. It's like a fucking gay guy.
Just a guy being
Whoa! Okay, hold on, wait. Okay, but I will be fair. I will be fair. Can somebody link me the clip of Hasan confronting him when he's been on his podcast multiple times talking about me? Can somebody link me the clip of Hasan confronting him about this podcast appearance that he did a year ago? I don't know who this guy is. This is the guy that wait, that's the Adam dude, right?
The live stream.
Make fun of him.
Is it this guy? I don't know what these fuckers look like. This dude. The guy who was
tried.
Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Fuck. Nope, it's not this one.
Sell fake Molly in the parking lot for that.
Huh. 10 months ago. So he talked to him basically right after his appearance on Sam Hyde's. Oh wait, hold on. Somebody says, does he confront him? Oh wave, maybe he does confront him about it.
I wouldn't say he's an intellectual.
He's a mod. Like
on my pod, we have just my co-hosts, and then we have a producer who like runs the cameras and everything.
Who's that?
But the cameras
Destiny?
are stable. Destiny.
Oh,
Is
they
that your
bring me up.
co-host?
No. No, not at all. No,
wait,
it's
wait,
Will
can you
and
explain to me who Destiny is?
he's like
He's like an intellectual debater.
I wouldn't say he's an intellectual.
He's a moderate, but his whole thing is that he's like, how about you come over and debate my ass? He's like, why don't you come?
Yeah.
Why don't you come
Yeah.
down this ring and debate my
it's like-
ass?
I saw a thumbnail on Twitter, and I think it like perfectly explains like what he does. It was I mean, he's insane. His subreddit will go crazy after this.
Really?
Now that you mention it, yeah, they like cyber stalk me.
They hate you.
Yeah, like
I don't know who he is, and I'm more on Destiny's side than Hasan's. I just want to say.
He's a center left podcaster.
I'm center left. Okay.
Yeah, no, for years, like he wrote like a manifesto about being able to say the N word as a white guy, and like debated it.
Manifesto. Lies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A manifesto.
Straight up like a manifesto.
Maestro.
And then for years they were like, Hasan is friends with the guys on Cometown, and they say the N word all the time. It's quite. It's like they always
say
look
it all
for.
the time.
Yeah.
We only said that because Hasan was freaking the fuck out about any bad words being used publicly, and they do say the N-word, but he seems to not care about it. Do you see how much of like a little submissive, breedable femboy cuck Hasan is? Can you feel like the estrogen flowing? Do you think this is why he had to finasteride his head up? I don't know if that like fucks with your hairline or whatever. Do you think this is the reason why? Is because anytime he's near somebody that he would have to give actual criticism or pushback to, he can't do it because he's so obsessed with their clout and he's so obsessed with the networking. By the way, this is the exact same attack that I made against Hasan when he speaks to black people about saying the N-word, because he takes a totally different position than when he says things to white people, right? That's why he slammed his table and called me a weasel little liar, as I pointed out. But look, notice how, like, 2 minutes ago, okay, we're watching a clip of Hasan who's freaking the fuck out because I did an interview with Sam Hyde. I was curious, 2 years ago. 2 months ago, Adam was on Sam Hyde's Nazi podcast. And Hasan is here just like, oh, like, it's actually insane. But whatever.
I know things.
Systemic institution.
Shut up.
He brought him forward. And I remember because not only did this pedophile Nazi get propped up by Destiny platformed him and actually talked back and forth with him about how he was fantasizing about killing me. And you want to know why I even saw this? Because in this now deleted post on LSF, it was prominently featured on LSF. His community fucking brigaded it and literally put it at the top. It almost went there r/all. Okay? This has been happening.
So you must, if you're really bothered by that convo with Sam Hyde, you must be really bothered by Adam going on his show. Like, I imagine, right? Like,
happening for years and years and years. Okay? Tell new chatters how Sam Hyde called to murder you on live TV? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's like, it's whatever. His fans are fucking losers. But like, the fact that he was calling for that with his psychopathic fucking fan base is insane. It's additionally insane that this guy gets to present himself as a fucking liberal. Okay? That is simply a defense mechanism. Okay? That's it. It's simply just a way to be like, wait, what do you mean? I'm just a liberal. I love doing debates. I love doing debates against conservatives. And he does. He owns conservatives in the marketplace of ideas for sure. Not Ben Shapiro, which he agreed with so much that even Lex Friedman was like, wow, you guys agree with a lot more than you disagree on. Okay?
he doesn't want you to get more popular? No, I know. That's why he like obsessively shits on me to everybody that he works with, to try to tell them not to show anything of mine or work with me or do anything. He's actually, which is funny, by the way. If any large content creators want to leak or whatever, you can leak logs, convos, if you secretly record, I don't care. I have always told every single content creator that I've worked with, I don't care who you have on, I'm not here to tell you whatever, like, because people ask me, what do you think about this? I'm like, listen, you know, if you want to have people on, if you want to chat with them, you do whatever you want. Like, that's fine. This is just what this is what I would say about this. I've done that with every content creator I've worked with. I've never told, unless I have like an ultra blacklist. There are some people that I don't want to share platforms with, but these are just for like unhinged, like crazy, like weird personal insults or weird like. But to like other content creators and shit, I've never done this type of unhinged, weirdo, obsessive, disgusting behavior before. Like poisoning the well.
Every step of the fucking way for the past 4 or 5 years. These fucking rabid weirdos. These rabid fucking monstrous pieces of shit with no real interest whatsoever on any like real political ideologies that they defend, no empathy whatsoever, have been just fucking masquerading as liberals. And the other part of this that I wanted to show you is...
Also, keep in mind, literally nothing... Well, never mind.
This video that I saw.
This video that I saw, I just happened to see.
Okay.
Yeah?
A video where Destiny is talking to one of his orbiters for 7 minutes about saying...
Wait! He's pulling up a gisticle VOD? Holy shit. This is me walking around the studio rewiring shit at 3 a.m. and a conversation with me and what the fuck? Holy shit. Okay, what do we got here? What are we chatting about?
The N-word.
Load up that. Damn, dude, I've been pulling the N-word record a lot lately. It needs time to recharge.
I know. I'm sorry. You've been watching the stream. You watched me do it for so long. It's just, unironically, and you just try to push back against this. I think that a word that's that popular in culture, like in North American culture, I think it's actually becoming weird to gatekeep it based on race. The soft day.
Yeah, it feels weird and shitty and.
I wonder what I'm going to say. So what is my opinion so far on the stream? I just don't really care that much about racial slurs. You probably shouldn't say them around like certain audiences, but like I don't care. I've never cared. I just don't really care that much. I don't know if I've ever cared that much. We'll see what I say here, I guess, now that it's a secret at night, alternate stream recording. Let's go.
And privileged to say it, but I feel like I'm over it. I think most people are over it. I think even most black people are over it. I think it's kind of like cringe at this point. Like, who the fuck cares?
Like there
white people saying the N-word. Who the fuck cares?
A couple years ago.
Are you really hand wringing me on this take? Like, this is, little bro, this is what you want to obsess over it? Like, who the fuck cares, bro? This is what you're talking about today? Gazans getting genocided, me fucking your mom in the ass, fucking Trump winning the US election, you doing crazy anti-Semitic, insane fucking shit 24/7. This is what we have to talk about right now. It's like, what is Destiny's fucking stance on slurs on a kick stream at 3? Like, bro, are you okay?
Of it being weird, but I feel like we probably are on the precipice of it just
Please play the full clip. You go on to say more. What do I even say? Link me, I guess.
being like, whatever. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. And like, I think logically, like if you're trying to defend it logically, like gatekeeping it by race, it cuts against a whole bunch of other principles we have, right?
Yeah. And it just,
they are seriously debating how virtuous it is for white people to say the N-word.
What? That's a take.
Yeah, it doesn't start to make sense. And like, if you test any of those things, it immediately falls apart. Like the easiest cut against that word is that like, if you use it and you normalize it and some people blah, 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 any argument that has anything to do with going down that road should mean that black people should never say it in rap music. Like, because that does more to normalize it than literally any white fucking gamer guy on the internet saying ever. But
they're not debating, they're agreeing, sorry.
Good job. That's true, yeah. If a word is so horrible that people can't say it, because usually people will say, I don't even know what this is. I think Hasan even agrees with what I'm saying here. This is the dumb part, right? If we're like, well, even if people say it in a non-racist manner, it normalizes it, so then racists might say it, which is already a dumb argument, prima facie, right? But let's say that's our argument. Okay, well, that's the case, and it definitely should be in rap music, because that's probably where it's used more than in any other like popular place ever in the world, right? Wouldn't we agree with that? But yeah, but it's just, this whole argument is so dumb. Like,
you're right.
Like, obviously, nobody's going to concede to that. And then, like, any argument defending that is like, well, it's their word to use for their people. It's like, bro, go to a Kanye fucking concert, okay? 95% of these people are fucking teenage girls. Like, come on, the fuck are you talking about? This is not...
Just a reminder that
true, the largest consumers of rap music are white people, right? So if you're using the N-word in rap music, you're saying the N-word for white people to listen to and probably rap along with. Like,
community came after me pretty hard and brigaded the LSF subreddit way back when it was actually popping, to get me banned off Twitch for saying cracker.
Because you say it in a hateful manner. No one here is talking about calling someone the N-word. I hate this fucking guy, dude. It's like he's so, and he knows it. He delights in this. He loves it. He loves it. He loves that I'm even responding to this because he likes the attention that he gets from me, okay? Because his little fucking 2-inch, like, rotted fucking cock, okay, that he fucking wasted on brothels, okay, when he was a frat boy when he was 19 and his rich fucking dad was funding his little sex tours through fucking Europe, okay? He's obsessed with the attention I'm giving him, and I hate that I'm giving this attention, okay? But I also love it because I like the attention too. The idea that
back when it was actually popping,
nowhere in any of these conversations ever am I ever defending calling someone a racial slur. Ever. Never, ever. I'm never doing that. Meanwhile, Hasan literally ambushing his black friends to try to get permission to call white people cracker.
What do you think about the word cracker?
The what?
The word.
I don't use it personally.
Oh.
I'd rather describe people with things that aren't just broad stroke derogatory terms based off the color.
Like, it's not the same. We're not even having close to the same conversation here. That nothing about this conversation about calling people racial slurs.
To get me banned off Twitch for saying cracker, okay? And they successfully did that for the record.
For like one
There's an
day.
entire Lex Friedman clip on Destiny using the N-word. Yeah.
It's not music for black people, okay? Shut the fuck up. It's music for everybody. Like, yeah, but...
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, and getting into the whole like intent thing, like the intent of the speaker thing. Like, it's just a fun word to say, and I've never once like used it to, like, the worst you can do is you can say something like bum ass nigga, or like something along these lines, where it's like you're using it as guy or dude, right? But it's like,
yeah, I never, most people see it, so it's like, it doesn't even like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I've never once like tried to load negative like stereotypes or racial like animus into it. It's just not. That's not what the word's for. So I feel like when I use, I have no intent there. As opposed to like I honor.
Any racist person ever like soft aid a black guy as an insult? Like maybe it just doesn't work. That's true too. People don't even use the A version as an insult. Who would do that? You call them the hard R. What the fuck? Yeah.
It basically doesn't get. The only example we could come up with was in a video game where the hard R is explicitly filtered. You might have people who use the soft A to like attack somebody, right?
Oh, maybe sure.
In like text, but that's like that's such an outlandish example to come up with. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I guarantee a white person.
I will give Hasan props though, that at least he actually watched. Even if this came from an after dark stream from somebody else's thing on a topic that is really not relevant or a mainstream topic of anything other, at least he was watching the full thing. Thank you, Hasan. I value that. I appreciate that.
Person made the soft A rule. What's the soft A rule?
Well, the reality
doesn't mean dude.
There's probably not.
Sorry, there's probably not.
If I had to guess, I wonder where the hard R and the soft A came from, because I'm willing to bet that in the beginning there was only the soft A, because like the soft A and the hard R. Oh, because of how people in the South talk. It was just
like imagine being so unimaginably echo chambered, so incredibly disconnected from the fucking real world that you're just having. What you're having this fucking conversation. What is this, bro?
I'm walking around my studio, like wiring shit up at 3 a.m. And I'm just like, I hopped into a stream to chat with somebody because I'm bored. Yeah, this is a super online conversation. Like, what? We're streamers, dude. What are you talking about?
Dave Weigel. Guys, you are still trying to replace Rogan. I told you we can't do it, and we can't do it. Now what we might be able to do is recreate him in the aggregate. I can't tell if he's fucking memeing or not. What the fuck? It has to be, right? He has Nico Cotto avocado on.
It's a result of like, it's just like how people in the South would speak, right? So black people would use the A because like people in the South speak that way, right? Like if you say something like you're fixing to get a meat or whatever, right? Like fixing it. In like these words, this is not like a black person. It's like a Southern person thing. But like obviously blacks were slaves in the South, so like they picked up a lot of their speakings. But yeah, I don't know. Technically, I think blacks were slaves everywhere, but don't correct me on that. I don't know when that differentiation.
Well, I think the R was there before because it's like the. Oh, it's like from Latin, right? It's just black.
Well, yeah, but I mean, think of who's calling people the N-word. It's not students.
Sorry, I'm just saying that like the R was there. It was like what they're trying to say, and then
No, like I'm sure it was spelled, but I'm just saying in terms of pronunciation. Like I'm sure like everybody in the South probably just kind of said it that way, right?
Yeah. I mean, based on the documentary Django Unchained, I can't dispute anything you're saying.
Yeah, I guess I can actually get people back then talk.
Yeah. No, I mean, I believe you. Like that does make sense.
I mean, that'd be my guess, but yeah.
No. People in my chat are saying that that's how it is too. Research stream, soft A research stream. This will be our Israel-Palestine guys.
Bro.
Destiny is probably Europeans calling them the N-word before Southerners. I think like I know that.
You gotta lay now make a trap song only saying that word every 3 seconds. Maybe I've already made a rap hit piece against Hasan. You don't know. Maybe it's already fully recorded and being edited and worked on as we speak. And the whole video has actually been totally worked on and shot, and it's definitely coming out soon. Maybe. And it'll be purely cinema. Maybe. Right after the J6 and Israel-Palestine video come out.
I think he knows
Really?
that.
I thought the N-word came from America. They always say it's our word. Is it not?
Oh, it's definitely not. That's why I'm telling you it came from like Latin. Like definitely the people.
Wait, am I joking when I say that? It's our word, is it not? There's it sounds like the word for black that comes from like like other languages. That I must have been joking it. It didn't sound like I was.
Who were like capturing these people and bringing them over. That would have been
This is insane. Any person that's not terminally online will find this absolutely disgusting, unacceptable, weirdo behavior. I think people who are even terminally online would find this unacceptable, disgusting, weirdo behavior. The difference is like it depends on like what community you're a part of. Yeah, if you're
I'm not even having this conversation on my stream, bro. What do you this is like a 3 a.m. convo on a kick. This isn't even my stream.
Who frequents all of these different like subreddits, 4chan poll, all this shit, like for you, it washes past you. You're like at most not really all that interested in what this is. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of communities with active large followings that would consider this to be hilarious. I wonder if Richie Torres knows about this. Did you guys know he was fired from 2 separate pro gaming teams for screaming the G slur, the real one?
What? Wait, when? What?
Against Asians during matches? Yeah, not Gusano.
What? First of all, absolutely. Wait, what? That's a crazy story.
They tried to turn into like a racialized term or some shit.
That
was another one of those moments too.
That's got to be American. Wait, was that Mike from PA?
He tried to turn in pro gaming teams for.
Oh, it is Mike from PA, Central Committee. That guy just got banned from Twitch for a little bit, taking a break.
For screaming the G slur, the real one against Asians during matches. Yeah, not Gusano, which they tried to turn into like a racialized term or some shit. That was another one of those moments too.
That's got to be American. Like we must have started. We're on to Google. Who first person to call people?
Like, I bet it was like a formal word that appeared in like early Bongo English, but like I feel like it got popular in the United States.
It comes from the word black in Spanish, the original chattel slavery being conducted by Spanish merchants. Isn't that the case? Like I have not I did not dive deeply into the etymology.
Wait. Does Hasan even disagree with anything I'm saying here? Or is he just mad that we're just talking about it? Like what is even the what's even the point of playing this clip?
But I believe it was either I think it was Spanish or the Portuguese, but I think it's Spanish. It's just they're coming in here now. What are they saying? Formerly. You are the biggest echo chamber guy I know. It's perfectly normal. It's a conversation. Oh, dude, please. Like, the reason why I'm showing this to a broader audience is to help people that are fucking trapped in this echo chamber to understand that, like, no, this is not like a normal conversation creating a permission structure for saying the N-word as a white guy. Okay? Like that.
By the way, maybe not as much today, but like several years ago, this is literally like one of the most normal conversations. Where do you think the term N-word pass came from? Do you think that was invented in Warcraft? Like what? Like white people on the N-word? Like there are a million movies and a billion jokes written about literally exactly this. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
It's not like a normal discussion, brother. That's a very weird discussion. And then this discussion causes you to think it's fucking normal when it's not. And I'm trying to explain this to you that like this is not only pathetic, but it is the reason why you probably get more and more alienated from like normal people around you. Is weirdo behavior. Okay, this guy hates white people. Me, yeah, I know. Everyone always says that. Yeah, I'm white, but I guess I also hate white people simultaneously. I have internalized anti-white hatred.
Based.
States.
Well, it's not the country. It's like literally. I think so. I think the South, like the uneducated part of the South, yeah, Gunsmoke, it does. Please explain how the soft A means dude. I just mean like I use it in the same places I would use like guy or whatever. Like that's how I use it usually.
I just don't use it. Are you a regular N-word?
So let's go back.
Soft A.
Like it's so funny because me and Hasan have literally had these conversations on stream before.
Time. So let's go back to this one thing again. So you're telling me that it is okay in some context in a private setting for a white person to say the N-word.
These are real debates about it, by the way.
That's what you said earlier. Because if you believe that, we don't disagree on anything. Yes?
Okay, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. Oh, and he agrees with me then. Now, this is before he talked to Triax, by the way, who was black, so he had to disagree with Triax. But, oh, crazy how that works, depending on who he's talking to, huh?
But again, no, not again. No. Don't run away from that, okay?
No, I'm
That's
not.
it.
I said
okay.
yes,
Then
but
don't.
my opinion on this, but my opinion on this is still largely insignificant in comparison to the overwhelming amount of people of color that are going to have a different type of
That's fine.
opinion on it.
That's okay, though. You agree with my main point. You think that there's time. So let's go.
I'll say the soft A.
He's lying when he says doesn't use it. He tweets it all the fucking time. He has tweeted as a flex multiple times after.
As a flex? Also, tweeting is not my vocabulary. I literally tweet shit just to trigger dipshits like you, and it works. I'm glad it does. I'm going to look for a good N-word tweet tonight to tweet out. Hell yeah. As a flex. Imagine how fucking pathetic you have to be to even have... he's flexing his N-word bravery again. Like, bro...
I think it was like around the time where he got me banned for saying cracker, where he was like tweeting the N-word openly on Twitter.
Like, what does that mean? Like, I was calling people the N-word, or I just like tweeted the N-word? or was it when I was making? Or was it when I was making absolutely epic? I'm sorry, bro. I did have to pass for that picture.
Community arises. Probably enough that it's like getting concerning for my real life.
Like, this is the part I wanted to show you. One of Destiny's orbit.
Or was it my... I'm sorry, I can't help it. These are objectively funny tweets, okay? These are just good tweets. I don't know what you want me to say. I can't just not tweet out fucking primo joke material. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? You're the one inserting the word here. You have no idea what this means, okay? That's on you, dude.
Orbiters is like, after being a part of his community, being an orbiter of him, has gotten so comfortable using the N-word that it's like actually hurting him in the real world, okay?
Where? Excuse me? Oh shit, never mind. Apparently, it was officially clarified what the N in NRT stands for. My bad.
This part is the most comfortable use, is like
concerning for my real life.
Tweeting the N-word openly on Twitter.
When the opportunity arises. Probably enough that it's like getting concerning for my real life.
Like, this is the part I wanted to show you.
Oh.
One of Destiny's orbiters is like, after being a part of his community, being an orbiter of him, has gotten so comfortable using the N-word that it's like actually hurting him in the real world, okay? This part is the most significant part about this. I need you to understand, okay? I need you to understand that, like, in a lot of these instances, okay, you find yourself in this fucking weird, like, hug box online, and it feels comforting. And you feel like you have found a community of like-minded people. You feel like you have found, what? 7K hate watchers, lol? I don't know what you mean by that.
Oh, wait a second. Are you implying that some of my viewership is illegitimate right now and it's just hate watchers? Ooh.
But you find yourself in a community of like-minded people. I get it, okay? You feel alienated. And now you feel like there's a sense of comfort in this community that you have found yourself online, okay? It starts warping what you even personally think is permissible, what you personally think is appropriate. And ultimately, okay.
Wait, so did he, so I guess he just agrees with every single thing that was in the clip then? Because he didn't disagree. He was just mad that we were talking about it?
It ends up pushing you further and further and further away.
So the big issue with Destiny's stream is that if your biggest issue with me is that if you spend a lot of time on my stream, you'll start saying the N-word in real life. That's the takeaway from all of this. Does Destiny hire people for stalking Hasan? How does he have timestamps from Hasan's stream today already? Hasan didn't even end the stream. What the fuck? Can't even one day? I just have an hour and 20-minute video because he spoke about me for like over an hour because he did a little manifesto. What do you mean? He's the largest streamer on Twitch. You understand that when he talks about me, shit gets back to me basically immediately, right? What are you saying? That's like, how do you know what Donald Trump said? He just tweeted that out 2 days ago. How could you already, like, are you okay?
In the real world, people look at you like you're a fucking weirdo, okay? Yeah, here it is. Here is.
In the real world, people look at you like you're a fucking weirdo when you're saying crazy stuff like this. Meanwhile, Hasan.
At least Patrick Henry College is like doing one good thing, which is that like if you have these fucking millionaire, billionaire, wasp fail sons, at least taking them out of other colleges so they can only do date rape to other billionaire, millionaire failed daughters is like in some respects, you know, from a utilitarian perspective, of course, a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like taking these guys and putting them in a pen with one another is ultimately getting them away from the broader society.
Like your comment is 1 trillion times more unhinged than any 3 a.m. conversation about the fucking N-word. Like, you're insane, dude.
Here he is at Willie Maxwell.
Like, you want to talk about what's weird in the real world? Fuck. Does anybody have the, when, I think Nick ended up, like, accidentally on this fucking documentary. Fuck. Fuck. Wait, are these clips all deleted? Failed to determine content classification. Oh, whatever. It was just them watching that Houthi music video. Or is this Hezbollah? I don't know. Like, you don't think this is weird, dude?
This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like.
So if you're coming in Hasan, you got to bring the heat at this N-word too. These are my biggest, most rabid fucking haters, by the way. These are my biggest, most rabid stalkers. And they've been doing this for years and years.
What is it? What is your problem? What is he? Oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ.
And years, nonstop.
Is it? That's what this all of this, the apex of this manifesto, was a justical tweet?
Fucking up their own personal lives by thinking that this is how this is normal.
I just don't use it. Are you a regular N-word wielder?
Soft A? I'll say the soft A when the opportunity arises. Probably enough that it's like getting concerning for my real life. I had this happen to me in college actually, where like I played video games a lot, and I would use the soft A then. And
like he literally says this was an issue in college where he even watched me. This isn't even my thing. He's reverse grooming me. I probably only say N-word because Jessica makes me say it on fucking Twitter. If anything, I'm the victim here.
And then it happened when I was like in a computer lab one night doing homework at like 3 a.m. I was talking to my buddy. I said something with a soft A, and he was not expecting it. Okay, his eyes perked right up. He was like falling asleep, and he was like, "Holy shit!" But you basically pulled a turkey Tom. I did. I was a bit of a bridge enjoyer back then. You say it weirdly? I don't say it weirdly, Sogdick. And you're an admin for Darius. You're a mod for Darius. Don't come in my chat and tell me I say it weirdly. Go talk to your boy.
Yeah.
All right. Are we finished up with our... We're not quite. Let's finish.
We're all trying to figure out why these people are permabanned from Twitch. Yeah. I wonder how that happened. I wonder why. I wonder how this happened. How could this have happened? How could these guys who are so unimaginably toxic and
unimaginably toxic because of that conversation? How sheltered and pampered are you? And the $10,000 dog that you bought from a fucking breeder. How sheltered are you that like this is the unimaginable toxicity?
Constantly fucking aligning with neo-Nazis, white supremacists.
Oh, that's us. Yeah. Neo-Nazis, white supremacists. We constantly align with them. That's why we retweet their attacks on our enemies all the time. Oh, sorry. That's what you do to me all the time.
Who are so unimaginably toxic and constantly fucking aligning with neo-Nazis, white supremacists, white nationalists of every fucking variety. Regularly going after content creators on every platform, going after journalists, anyone that's in my orbit at all that I have collaborated with, they will actively target and legitimately try to discredit, stalk over and over and over again. Like, yeah, sure, he debates red pill guys and makes a mockery of them. Those guys are fucking idiots, and that's great. But if he just like stuck to that, and if he had like real firm commitments to being an empathetic person, real firm commitments to being a progressive person, and wasn't just like a rabid internet troll who doesn't give a fuck about anything and only cares about his own narcissistic, clout-obsessed, personal motivations. Like his community calls me a fucking clout-driven person.
You are.
Yeah, there's a reason why I do these collaborations, not because I'm friends with a lot of these people and I genuinely like them, but
you
also
don't do collaborations with people you genuinely like. You only do collaborations with other famous people or people that are more famous. You almost exclusively. What are you talking about?
Because yeah, I have a perspective, I have a position, and I want that position to be seen in the most charitable way possible, okay, by as many people as possible.
Then why don't you go on a single other show ever that challenges your perspective? Like, there's a reason why I've lapped this guy like 7 times in terms of internet relevancy. There is a reason why. What did we watch earlier? What was it? A Destiny watching Hasan video for what?
That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure my view of him watching this video got more views than him watching the video itself. Like he is like tunneled himself into an echo chamber, and he's like cut his reach off from other people so much. Like, this guy does not go on to any shows ever. Like, he doesn't go and talk to anybody. He's like completely and totally like pigeonholed himself into Twitch exclusively. Now Twitch protects him a lot, and they they give him I guess like basically monopoly over the platform. Oh yeah, wait, that was it. Like Hasan on the Coffee Hour podcast. Six months ago, got 234,000 views. I reacted to this video, and I got more views than him being on the fucking show. Like, bro, no one knows you, little bro, okay? Pretty soon, you're going to be begging me.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm a relative newbie to your world, but your content helps me make it through all of the insanity, so thanks. No problem, Christian Ike. Sometimes we even do politics on this stream.
So just wanted to do a brief little fucking blast on the past. And this is just not even fucking scratching the surface.
You call out Hasan for not talking to anyone else smaller than him on his stream. In the next coming days, he brings on Mike and some random dude onto his election night. I think that's because other larger streamers, I think, were getting a little bit worried about Hasan and they were trying to stay away. He got really mad because Austin said he wasn't going to be there in person. I don't know if he ended up calling in to the show or not, but
barely scratching the surface. Okay? It's so pathetic and so incredibly personal. Like, it has nothing to do with politics. Like, in a normal circumstance, like, if he wasn't such a weird fucking loser with like trying to always present himself as the edgiest person possible, him and I most likely would not even have that many disagreements. Like, David Pacman, is a perfect example. I disagree with a bunch of David Pakman's opinions, but he has always shown me tremendous respect, and vice versa. I can say that I have disagreements.
Roll the clip of Hasan crying, saying that he wouldn't even be a streamer if it wasn't for me. Do we? Anybody have this? Look at his chat. Why are you such a pussy? Ooh. Find the clip.
With David Pakman, okay? And that's fine, because that's normal. As long as you're like a cordial person. I don't think David Pakman would ever.
Wait, dumb 5. Can you link me that? I really want to say that's true.
Ever in a fucking million years argue for a white person's right to be able to say the N-word, okay? Like there are certain things.
Oh, is this?
Business model, I guess. If I just made my own choices and built my own business model, I guess, if I were to use a term like that. I paved it on my own because I thought, like, this is a concept that I think is cool, gaming. This is a concept that I think you can marry with gaming, political commentary. I paved it on my own.
Shout out to Destiny, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say, yeah.
Oh, you know of him? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So when I watched that video, I was like, oh, that's cool. So we have like somebody in the gaming community who's actually pushing back.
Hell yes, that's actually Destiny's the reason why I know about Trihex as well. If Destiny was my roommate, I get him late all the time. I was like, all right, whatever. Well, I don't have anything. Like, I don't have anything. I have no option. I'm in the next 11 days. So much so that, like, Steven was DMing me on Discord and saying, hey, you know what? If you don't have a place to live, buddy, like, you can come stay with me. It's okay. What a good guy. Destiny is a great guy. Oh, yeah, watch out. He gets real rowdy with that. Here, for all.
What a crazy.
Wait, hey, listen, I love you.
What a crazy switch up.
I told a friend that I would play a game with him, and then I have to get ready for that Scuff podcast shit. Listen, don't worry, you're gonna get all my viewers want to watch it. Are gonna go to your screen.
Okay. I mean, no, it's fine. I wanted to watch it with you, but it's cool, dude. Friendship is just dead, I guess. Oh, Speedo McGee's your fan. That
Eric's like office Christmas
it's
party.
family party. I told you. Destiny for sure, dude. Your fan base is.
Crazy how that works, huh?
For a white person's right to be able to say the N-word, okay? Like there are certain fucking lines that most people will not cross. Okay, and I say this as someone who understands that like David Pakman and Destiny are friends.
Like, you remember, I just showed up. We literally had this debate, bro. Like 4 years ago, you literally ambushed me on a show to have an N-word debate with me. What the fuck?
Okay, like I know that. He shit on the cost of your merch, by the way. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Anyway. So yeah, as this kind of
what a great manifesto.
As this kind of like rabid
6 out of 10.
sociopathic right-wing sentiment is going to noticeably increase more so than it has. Okay, as Trump is coming back onto the main stage. Remember where a lot of these people's opinions come from when you think about them as allies. And I say this as someone who is incredibly understanding and as someone who believes that everyone can rehabilitate themselves. Okay, straight up, every single person.
But if I talk with right-wingers, it's the end of the world. Okay.
It is ironically why I thought originally that Destiny was a former libertarian who had said a bunch of racist shit that now was no longer
said a bunch of racist shit. What?
A firm and committed believer in those racist things. I was wrong. Okay. And his community has never let me forget that, and has spent the last 5 fucking years actively coming after me, even though I never spoke about.
Oh yeah, I forget. This is supposed to be, by the way, about Ethan too. By the way,
him for 5 fucking years until he also came out as a firm, committed supporter of Israel and its genocide.
Thank you. True.
Anyway, there is no room for any kind of Nazi ideology, fascist ideology, racist, bigoted ideology in the progressive movement. Okay? Ironically, you just given him content for the next 5 months, haha. Yeah, you think he's gonna fucking sit there and play the videos where he's like openly and actively talking about how he platformed Nick Fuentes? No.
End scene.
He'll just run the same fucking route over and over again. Bought a house, hypocritical socialist, yada yada yada. He was gonna do that anyway. Wait, also, that's the funniest part about it. People being like, wow, you just gave him content for 5 months, bitch. When I never fucking talked about him, he was still making content nonstop. As a matter of fact, the only time I noticed that like his incessant smear campaigns slowed down a little bit was when more people organically found out what a fucking buffoon he was. Okay. When he went and debated or thought he had the capacity to debate someone like Norm Finkelstein.
Yeah, the Israel-Palestine arc was definitely bad for me. Definitely, dude. Absolutely true.
Anyway. Regardless.
He's doing the weave.
Yesterday, you know, Franco, the Spanish dictator was. Yeah, I mean, he's not very knowledgeable on a lot of the issues that he convincingly and confidently speaks on. It's just that he is
bring up the map game, boys.
Rhetorically gifted. Okay, and Dunning-Kruger also helps him float, which is ironic because he used to shit on the likes of Jordan Peterson for that same reason. He used to always shit on Jordan Peterson and many of these other like right-wing content creators by being like, these guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just, you know, they just confidently present themselves as intellectuals. Now he's basically become what he once despised. You said Dunning-Kruger law got you flipping now. Good luck. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the soccer drama in a little bit.
Okay. Let me just run through a couple things real quick. For links I have open. Oh, this was wild. Does anybody have the original picture of Mike just like openly calling a Jewish person, basically just calling him like a slur? Wait, is this supposed to be it? Oh, well, I'm saying openly, but I guess it was a little subtly, but does anybody know what I'm talking about? Somebody, he's DMing somebody, and he uses like as a substitute for the K word in the DM. This is unhinged. He's fighting with people on Twitter. You're a disgusting like genocide supporter. He's memeing. It's the thing, right? Like, because he tried to say it with a type or whatever, but like it doesn't make sense. You're a like genocide supporter. What he's calling him a kike, right? He's using the this is like, why would you ever do this in a DM? Why would you ever do this? When you message Nicholas Diario calling him a like Zionist, did you mean to spell it with 2 Ks instead of 1? I just want to meet Nick in person. Why are you talking shit? Bro, you're 5'2". What, like, why would you even talk shit? So you did mean to call him a Jewish slur because you weren't having a friendly exchange with him. You said, fuck you, you like Zionist. I don't know, honestly. I just know he's a dumb little parasite. Zionists doing genocide apology are gross. What? Okay. I don't know. I don't remember if I called him a slur or not. Like, Jesus. Whatever. Oh, hold on. I'm just running through links I have open.
People are waking up to wokeism. They're thinking for themselves.
We
can't have people
More
thinking
right-wing
for themselves.
cartoons?
Destiny, you're a smart guy. What do we do? Yeah, I think Destiny makes a really good point. I understand it. Any other ideas?
Okay, true, based.
Best friends.
Yeah, you and Destiny were best friends.
We were tight, you know. I mean,
You and Destiny were best friends.
Yeah, because we're very similar in many ways. Like we're both sexist. We both have the same views about teenagers. We're both Hispanic. We're both
I don't know if that's exactly how it's summarized.
We had chicken and waffles.
Does it make
How
you?
much of this is-
How much of this is satire?
I'm joking.
Does it make you sad that you're not best friends with him anymore?
It does. Yeah, because unironically though, I did actually want to be his friend, but he really sees me as his enemy. He's like, you know, you're right wing, I'm left wing, so I have to destroy you. Gotcha. And I'm like, you know, the cameras are off. Best friends.
Oh, yeah. People always, the one thing I will never do, ever, is like when the cameras are off, people are like super friendly, buddy. We might have had this conversation driving back. I don't remember Melina or Nick, or well, I guess we'd have to attest to it. But then he asked me something about this, and I was like about political ideology. And I was like, you know, I literally am trying to destroy your ideology. Like, it's not a joke. Like, I don't think you stand for anything good. I'll tell people this in person. But every time like the cameras are off, people are always like, oh, it's all like memes or whatever. Fuck that. It's not memes. It's real life, aka Twitter.
How fucking insensitive it is that every single video on my For You page is posted by somebody on their smartphone sitting in America in the comfort of their home with an education and a job and whatever else, talking about losing their fucking rights when there's women overseas who are covered head to toe, not by choice, who have no vote, who have no phone, who have no friends, who can't leave the house, who can't go to school, who can't go to work. And everyone here is talking about losing their fucking rights. And it's not even a political thing. It's so fucking insensitive and ridiculous. And the fact that they're getting that because of TikTok that told them they're going to lose their rights. If you did 5 seconds of research, you don't even have to fuck with Trump. If you did 5 seconds of fucking research, you would know that's not true. If the 4 years that he was president didn't prove that already to you, that you trust some fucking TikTok bullshit.
Well, I don't know what this means. I mean, like, in America, even without abortion, we probably still have more rights than some countries on the planet, sure. But, I mean, people aren't. The general goal isn't to have more rights than, like, the least rights having countries, but...
Oh, my rights. First of all, abortion is state by state. That happened when Trump wasn't even here, okay? Nothing.
No, but that's... Okay.
To do with president. Even if Kamala walked into the office today as president, nothing would change. Because it's nothing to do with them, regardless of the brainwash that you've been hearing. If you did 3 seconds of genuine fucking research and not on TikTok, you would know that. But that's not even the point. Don't even get me started on the actual political side of this. Shut the fuck up about losing your fucking rights. Simply because it's the most insensitive and ridiculous thing that somebody could be posting. You're sitting crying in your fucking car on your way to fucking work about losing your fucking rights when women like that are living overseas.
Okay, I thought she was complaining about people talking about like overseas stuff. Like, well, no, you should care about the rights in your country. They're going to be relative to the rights that you had before, though. It's obviously what
suffering because it's an actual reality for them. And you're talking about you care about fucking women. Fucking stupid. Like, actually, shut the fuck up.
Don't complain about anything unless you're in the worst country in the world. Based. Okay, shit. I gotta go through a few more of these. What is this?
Do you think Mr. Bonarelli will have to do a moment of reflection after the election? I live now with a deep hope, and I know there's no way to say this without coming across like I'm very similar to many smug leftists online. I live with a deep and maybe very naive hope that there can be some kind of reconciliation, and we can all, and liberals, myself, whatever, kind of work together in a difficult time, at least on the understanding that we have to take lessons from this election about populism, about messaging, about the importance of a strong narrative, about policy not mattering as much as the appearance of policy, of, well, populism, largely, of Bernie Sanders and the stuff that he represented, the fact that he did well with the groups that kind of ran over to Trump. And I guess, like, I don't really hold out hope.
I'm pretty sure Bernie Sanders did worse in his own district, I think Kamala did on the ticket. But
because I don't, for a variety of reasons, but I really do, like, look, there are different camps of liberals right now, or sorry, of leftists right now, and a lot of them are in the stage of, like, the Chapo trap house, we're all being sent to the death camps, but haha, at least the liberals were wrong and I'm right. I take no enjoyment for being right, because I'm always right, you know? That's the hedonic treadmill, okay? As someone who's always right all the time, now it bores me, okay? I recline on my, you know, like Dracula. Being right all the time is feeding me grapes and I don't even taste them, okay? So this isn't about that. I just want the country to make it through this and all of the people in it, at least all the cool ones. And for that to happen, we need to we need to learn some lessons from this. I know that there are a lot of liberals right now are still in the stage where it's like they're blaming the left, they're blaming the Gaza protesters, they're blaming Arabs, they're blaming queer people, they're blaming, like, that's a very online perspective. It's very, very, very online, you know? I don't know. I don't actually know if Destiny is. I don't watch his content. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I just, that's like, I have no room in my heart right now for, like, the big line in the sand between myself and them. Like, I don't want to draw another one, or any new ones, or deepen the ones that are already there.
I mean, if Ush wanted to rebuild the bridge, I'd be for it. But I would need him to go back over my manifesto that I made about, like, him and Kevels and I think all that, and I would need him to publicly acknowledge that every single thing that he said about me in that manifesto was a deliberate lie crafted to assassinate my character. If he's willing to publicly acknowledge that, then I'd be cool with it. So let me know if that happens. Okay, just a couple more. What is this?
I do think Bernie Sanders is right that the Democratic Party, at times, just feels like soft-core Republican Party. Do you know what I mean? Like Kamala Harris.
Oh, cool. It's Hasan Light.
Was talking about building a wall. Kamala Harris was talking about, you know, experimenting with tariffs. Joe Biden blocked the purchase of a steel American company from a Japanese group because of a, America First mentality. I feel like the Democratic Party has just changed a lot. And it's become Republican light.
You do know that like literal socialists, like Bernie Sanders and AOC, are in favor of kind of protectionist policies as well, right? Like that's a populist talking point, not a right-left talking point. But
and I think a lot of Democrats don't fuck with that.
Okay, I don't know why I was linked this. What is this?
Talk. If my injuries get worse, I can't play League, I'm going to pivot into politics streaming. And I'll go debate that fucking ruler, Hasan. I'll go debate him. You have my word.
You said America deserved 9/11. Did you mean that?
Yeah. He's only faced low IQ political streamers. He would never be able to handle the raw autism of a real League of Legends gamer, I'm telling you. Quickly take this out before anyone notices. No, Zyra, don't steal my gold, you bitch. Well, I still got the money. I shouldn't care that you stole my gold. I still got 30 grand money here. Hasan, dude, I hate that kid. I've been seeing a bunch of shit from that kid. I've never watched him in my life.
Jesus. Okay. I don't know who this guy is. Irrefutable proof that Ethan Klein is being fed links and clips about Hasan Piker directly from Destiny's Discord community. I don't care about this. Okay, 2 more. This and Hasan not being why Destiny's not a leftist.
This guy seems good. And then they personally understand exactly what the fuck this dude is about. And they go, never mind. Okay? If your entire politics is just like pure spite, pure vitriol, pure animus, and no like, it has no basis in like empathy. And you
Okay. Keep in mind the whole thing he was criticizing was being empathetic towards right-wingers, but okay. It's intelligent. Hasan's chat becomes indistinguishable from Nazis during the attacks in Amsterdam. I haven't read anything about these attacks. I don't know who they're by or what they're about, so as a heads up. London hospital takes down artwork by Gaza school children after complaint.
The Maccabi Tel Aviv hooligans are getting attacked right now in the Netherlands after ignoring the minute of silence for Valencia victims and singing racing chants about the extermination of Arabs. Dutch Moroccans are making them aware that this isn't...
It's for the children! For the children!
What the fuck? What is happening?
Truly evil. This is a joke. I don't even know what I'm... Nazi shit.
This is this ceased to be funny and now I'm in a bad mood? I mean, it's still kind of funny.
The artwork is so nice. I despise these genocidal Zionists. I don't know enough about this. Right side is full of base. Oh.
The Maccabi Tel Aviv hooligans are getting attacked right now in the Netherlands after ignoring the minute of silence for Valencia victims and singing racing chants about the extermination of Arabs. Dutch Moroccans are making them aware that this isn't...
It's for the children! For the children!
What the fuck?
Oh, I see. Okay. Let's go. Two based.
What is
two
happening?
based. Good. Ooh, good. Rare. Ajax W. I don't know what that means. Rip Bozo. Ha, get fucked. Two based. Two based. Rip Bozo. Two based. Rip Bozo. No comment. Two based. Fuck them. Jesus. Okay. Whoever's gonna make clip stuff like this, bro, this shit is cancer to read. What the fuck? I would have, without literally having people to tell me 100% what is going on, I would have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to be reading here. Jesus Christ. Joe Rogan saying Hamas is trying to end war because of the Trump election. Oh, I saw that clip. It's stupid. Promise you scrolling this chat on screen so it wouldn't move. Sure. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Nice. Ribbon, cappuccino, poppuccino, hoppuccino, moppuccino, droppuccino, cappuccino, appuccino, oppuccino, my dooners. I will catch you guys next. Streaming. Oh, Mike got banned also, but it's probably for 3 days, but who knows? We'll see. Have fun. Be careful.